Welcome to stream. Ooh, Ziz, thank you for the affiliate anniversary. Congratulations, and same with Kessin and Vixen. I didn't know it was my affiliate anniversary today.
So she says, don't listen to it, it's a lie.
I genuinely didn't. I genuinely was fucking around on my computer, opened up OBS and went, oh. I guess I should probably do some kind of affiliate celebration. Like, actually, it'll be some time between now and Beckmas. There'll be an affiliate celebration, which Beckmas starts on the 13th. Okay. Are you ready to all be visible?
Yeah, bring it on.
Invisible and indivisible. Hey, Centurion, how's it going?
Welcome to today's session of These Motherfuckers All Gonna Die. I mean, what?
I think Quinn is out to get us today, guys.
Me?
Good evening, Centurion.
It doesn't sound like me.
Looks
I
like
always give
just
you guys
the hat.
a fair and justified fighting chance. And then I roll all of the natural ones, and it's no problem. Exactly, Vix. Exactly.
Oh, let me find all my d20s.
No.
Let's see what we can do about that tonight, shall we? Alright, let's go, shall we? Who's doing recap? Let's fucking go. Unless there's more start of stream stuff you want to do, Bex, but I'm ready to get going.
No, let's just get into it. Thank you for the bits, though, Centurion. We're starting off with a bit and a raw. And also I wanted to say Vixen's hair is really cute. That's all.
It is. I do note the change in colour.
It's very cute.
Nice. Too absorbed in my own setting up stuff to actually make commentary on anything else that's going on.
I need to get all of my d20s because I feel like anytime I roll low, I'm getting rid of it today.
All right, who's doing recap? Should be a pretty quick one.
We did the fightings. We did the wins. Catboy made it go boom, and then we followed a cave system around, did some climbing, and now we're looking over the precipice of our next scene.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, you guys fought the rolling boulders and went on a bit of a manic run through the cave systems, running away from an exploding gas cloud. However that may have happened.
Could have done that.
From the hissing fishes.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, those fishes.
Vicious little fishes. So you guys found yourself back in the section of caves that Grit told you this was the new main seam they had discovered, and the area where the miners had been saved in their first encounter with the boulet, the beast, had encountered. And after a little bit of a climber, you found a cross passage that led you to the cave-in, which is where not the secondary one where they closed off the path so the boulet couldn't follow. Although considering it could just kind of magically phase through rock, I'm not sure what good a cave-in would have done. I'm sure there was some logic to Marat telling the stone mages to do that. This is the one where Mayor Gobber managed to sort of sacrifice himself to save a couple of the other miners by getting them out when this all collapsed in on him. And this is where the rest of the rescue party's mad dash to freedom began. So in this series of passages, you've still got this sort of very faint crimson glow around it. Functions like dim light, just limbing all of the passageways and the roof. Everything kind of has just that very sort of very ominous kind of crimson glow. And Grit has managed to sort of push his way through to the front of the group, the little dwarven stone mage, and has sort of claimed that it's going to take him a little bit to potentially remove all of this, but if he is going to be doing that with his magic, that's going to be a good portion of what he's got left in his reserves for the day to be able to move it. So unless there's something else you guys want to do to assist him in this in any way, this is an opportunity for you guys to maybe take a breather. Basically, you can either help him move this and he can save some of his power, or you can let him do it, he'll tap himself out, and you guys can get the equivalent of a short rest. That's what this will boil down to.
I'll give him a hand.
Okay.
I just pick up. That's all. I don't have any magic.
No,
Maybe
but I mean, it's a matter of, you know, whether he's doing it magically or whether you guys are going to, you know, physically assist him so that he's not expending all of his magical power for this.
Okay. I do look to Frey in particular, and I'm like, are you like tapped out? Do you need a break? Should we stop for a little bit, or are you okay to keep going?
I'll start hauling rocks next to Vander.
Yeah, Harkison will also then chip in the moment he sees a couple of you sort of, yeah, he's letting you guys take the lead for whatever he's going to be doing to help out. Frey? Yep.
Is he looking okay?
Harkison? Harkison's looking pretty good. He was pretty badly hurt with all that teal moss acid juice. But lovely Vander gave him a potion of healing, which rolled very, very well and actually completely topped him up.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep.
Hakison is fine.
Yep. Grit took some damage, but he's just being a stoic, you know, dwarf-like entity. So. Frey, are
Frey's
you?
gonna-
Yep. Sorry.
She's gonna tap herself on the shoulder and she's gonna cast Healing Word on herself.
All right, roll your dice, get yourself your heal. This is the other thing. If there's anything else you guys want to do to prepare or look after yourselves, do any healing, buffing, I suppose, checking your gear and consumables, this will be the time to do it.
Yeah.
Because even with half of you assisting, it's still going to take a little bit of time to safely clear this cave-in. So,
I
You
cast
ha-
Hero's Feast.
okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah, cool.
Your imagination spawns a sumptuous banquet, mostly of catnip,
And cheese.
and a little bit of fish and cheese. Yeah, it's an odd combination, but you know what? You're not going to argue.
But like better cheese than Nofra got at the market, right? Just to like
Of course,
shove it in
yeah.
your face.
Much better cheese. Yeah.
Um, Frey, do you think you've got more magic in you for? I mean,
Yeah. Should
Okay.
be fine
okay.
for a few more, you know, a few more.
If she seems hesitant to duel, and you can tell me if she does, Norfred will offer her something. But if she seems like genuinely like she's in an
Nah,
okay
she-
place,
She's in an okay place. She
Okay.
just wants to help Grit out.
cool.
Okay,
Right.
so you're also going to be helping Grit physically.
And Norfred
Okay,
is
cool.
monitoring.
All right. I mean, the thing being
No,
that
she'll
is most of
help,
you.
but it's just like she goes.
That is most of you helping out, which means he's going to not be expending anywhere near as much power as he needs to. Also, Sekhet, your AC buff has now gone away. The one
Cool,
Grit
thank
gave
you.
you. Yep, it's timed out. Also, he has to be concentrating on something else, and that's a concentration ability for him. Right. So yeah, is there any other stuff you guys want to do in this little bit of time? Nofrit, if you are watching, because so many of the group are helping, you're not actually going to get a short rest. It's not going to take the hour to
Oh
get
no,
done.
I'm not expecting to short rest. Norfred is
Yeah.
just gonna like.
Yep.
She's just gonna.
That's all right. Just throw it out there because
Help-ish.
over half of the party is helping. It's not going to take an hour. He's
Okay.
going to be able to clear that in a fair amount of time. So you do just see that as you guys are helping to clear it away, there's some of the bigger bits of rock that are there. He's just sort of walking up on some of these slightly, larger pieces of debris, and he'll place his hand on it. And then there are moments where he actually places and push his hand into the rock, and just kind of watch
cool.
as the rock then vibrates and kind of just disintegrates into little bits of dust. And he's having to do it in little bits so that he's not causing the cave in to come all collapsing down on top of you. So he's working his way from the top down. So as you guys are clearing the little bits, he's taking care of these larger chunks of rock little bit by little bit.
What's Harkison doing?
Harkison's helping move the rocks as
Good
much
for
as
him.
possible.
Look at him. Circle.
I mean, he's down here and he's now relying on you guys to stay alive because he's also understanding how fragile he
He's
is
got free
compared to
will.
what's going on.
This guy needs to level up.
Desperately. I don't think you guys understand what level he is.
Is he level 2?
He's level 2, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah,
We killed a bunch of level 2s.
Yeah, nobody you fought in that ambush was higher than level 3.
Yeah, no, that's why we
I
slaughtered.
thunderbolted.
so well.
Not every encounter you're going to have in the world is going to be scaled to your
It's
level.
gonna be
You're going to fight
fair.
things that are stronger than you, and then you're going to fight things that are weaker than you.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's the same as the jackals and the other tribesmen, the Karak Shirok you fought. They were all much lower level than you guys. I think there was one guy in there that
they
was.
sucked.
I think there was one guy in there that was a reasonable level to you guys, and that was it. Okay. Anyway, after sort of say about 40-ish minutes, there is enough space cleared for you guys safely to be able to move through without compromising the stability of what's been put there. And you can see over the top of this cave and through the passageway beyond that it's more of the same red glow. So it is much more of the same sort of area. Grit does sort of take a few steps back and he's just kind of wiping. Like, you can sort of see that even though he's doing this magically, it is taking a very physical toll on him. So he's got like the little streak marks of sweat that are running through the dust and dirt on his face. And he does take just a couple minutes to compose himself as the passageway now effectively lies open before you. So...
Second
Ooh.
just looks radiant because she's been like stuck as a gnome for a little bit and she's finally had a chance to like stretch muscles.
You've had a fight, you've had a run, and now you're having a bit of a workout. It's been a good time.
It's a
Yeah.
good day.
So, who is going to be leading the way through into the passage? Who's taking the lead here? I mean, you don't have to. You could always just stay here and do something else. But I'm assuming you guys are moving forward and progressing.
I'm happy to toddle through.
Okay. So what I'm going to do
Are we
is
trying to be stealthy,
I am
team?
going to get you to make the one and only survival check for the party. Then, if you are
Oh.
moving through.
I mean, here's the because if we, I mean, they would have heard us moving all over the rocks. Do we want to try stealth? Is that something we want to try?
Do you want to what?
Do you want to what?
Stealth?
I mean, we could try and be stealthy.
You can. However, if you're going to try and stealth your way through this cave-in section, it's going to be made with disadvantage. You can either just go through here and not worry about stealth, or you can start stealthing on the other side of it.
Okay, it's like an other
Your,
side of it.
your choice.
So is it a disadvantage if you already have
No, it's just still disadvantage for you, Frey. You're exactly the same as you
Roll.
would
No,
have
Oh,
it's
nice.
5 rolls and you take the lowest.
Oh no.
No, you just roll 2 dice and it's like a -5 penalty or some shit. Uh,
And Delta Green, you minus 20%.
17 survival.
17? Okay, so as you are making your way through this, it basically comes down to you because you are leading, through this smaller gap. It's not like you are potentially the largest person in this group. So you going
offense.
first is a good idea. And so as you sort of get through this gap, it's also down to you where you're sort of testing the way through and making sure that it is actually as stable as it appears to be. With that survival check, you have actually managed to get through. The cave and will remain stable. The rest of the party can follow through, no incident. Okay. So, you all following through?
Yeah.
So as you all come out the other side, again, there is more of this exact same passage. The difference here is that where perhaps you might have been expecting to start seeing some bodies crushed by the cave-in or attacked by the creature, the only remnant of any sort of attack that lies on the other side are smears of blood. Not fresh, they are dried, but you can tell because you've seen them in a couple of other places throughout this journey. it's just dried blood, and sometimes it's pools, other times it's actually smeared up, halfway up the wall. There are, even in small places, I'm not going to make any checks for it, you can sort of see small little piles of what looks like remnants of gore, of what might have been somebody that hasn't been entirely removed. But there are no bodies and no equipment in sight as the passage leads away in front of you. So,
Can I flicker my magic awareness on to see if there's any illusions, any lingering spells, any lingering magical items, anything
you
with
can
magic on it?
give me one moment. Da, 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 da. Where is it? 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. Okay. Other than the diminishing magic of as Grit's allowing what he's done to sort of fade out of his system, and any of the traces that may be on your party members that you're aware of, there's nothing you can detect within 60 feet of you here. Everything else about this area just seems very still and stagnant.
Nothing. But I guess, how long ago was the attack, and how long does magic residue last? If we're going
Why
without.
does the smears go up the wall?
There are some of them that go about as halfway up the wall. They're not just in the corner, they are actually up the wall.
Please don't tell me this thing like goes up.
Yeah,
Ah,
it was bigger than the actual cave.
yeah.
This is the same size as most of the passageways you've been traveling down. And most of the reports you were getting was that it was not large enough to fully be in the passageway. Part of it was always within the rock surrounding.
So, Grit, they phase in and out of the rock, or is there supposed to be some trace of their pathing? You know, like.
Well, most boules I've ever encountered actually burrow through the rock. Leave traces behind. This one is, it swims through rock like it was water. So, I mean, apart from... And he sort of looks over at one of the smears that's been sort of run up the wall. Other than when it was trying to drag somebody through the rock with it. No, there's not really been any trace of it by the looks.
It's very strange.
Which also paints a grim picture about why the blood might be as it is.
Very grim.
It's just
So-
cranberry jam. It's fine. It's just
Just
cranberry jam.
give it a look, Frey, find out.
No!
Don't encourage
Frey
her to
does
lick
have boundaries, huh?
You know, when it's mysterious runes and like things on the ground that don't look like blood, she'll that's
Okay,
someone's
fair enough.
remains.
So, would you guys like to continue down the only passage you've got?
Yes, and I'll try stealthy.
Right, doing a group stealth check. Everybody
Yeah.
roll for me.
Right, which one of you bitches is gonna behave?
Dirty 20!
Just roll all of them and choose the best one.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm happy to report that you had one success and one failure with Harkison and Grit. So,
Good. Oh, thank God. 23. This is good.
Frey and Vander.
Hmm.
I rolled a 1.
Are you
No!
kidding?
No!
This is your wheelhouse!
I think Vander
To a total
steps
of
in some
10.
of it and goes.
For a total of 10.
Just starts
Yeah.
throwing up, He's just like steps in some viscera and he's like,
Two.
You rolled a 1 too?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 as well.
no, guys!
I rolled a 19 and a 1.
No!
I just straight up rolled a 1.
Well, because we got a success and a failure
Oh my
from
God.
the two NPCs, it's an even split of 3 and 3
It's a half and a half.
for a success and a failure. So we will see what happens now.
I don't have advantage on this shit.
No,
It's a
no.
just have
Normally you don't
bonuses.
need it.
I don't normally.
Okay.
What's your bonus? Like if you roll when you
9.
roll a 1,
It's
so
a
you'd
9.
you'd have a 10 still.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still got a
So-
10.
Yeah,
Give
until
him
I
a-
get reliable talent.
Yeah,
In
at
which
which-
case, it'll
like-
be like a 19 minimum.
yeah.
Actually, by the time I
it'll
get
be-
reliable talent, it'll be like a 22.
Yeah, it'd be higher than that because proficiency and everything else will be in it as
That's
well.
ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
all right.
control.
We'll just be like send the cat in.
So, Sekit, we taking point, are we?
Yep.
Okay. There is enough room here for you guys to be to go in two abreast, if you would like, or you can go single file. Just let me know who's going front, who's going back, and whether you're going single file or double.
I think one of us would be with Sekit as eyes because
Is the dark vision still running?
I
Yeah, should be.
still have that vision.
Yep.
Yeah.
okay.
8 hours.
And this area does function as dim light, so the dark vision is fine that she's got from that.
I might still be a step behind her.
Okay. So we'll treat you guys as maybe going more single file-ish then.
Okay, Bandit would be
Yeah.
at the back.
Vanda's going back. Okay, cool. So Sekit
And he
at
definitely
point,
steps in
Vanda
something
at
and just yaks all over the
rear. Okay.
place.
Furball just at the bad times.
And I can just imagine, Harkison kind of jockeying for the middle of the pack position because it's like, fuck this shit.
yeah.
Um,
I was like,
yeah,
I just don't
we're
want to get
keeping
hurt.
him alive.
Okay, so you guys head off through this tunnel, and whilst there are other sort of what almost look like adjoining passages that come up, Grit every so often is kind of giving you just a little bit of a guidance of saying, that they're all kind of dead ends. This is the way they'd kind of burrowed into this area. Everything else that sort of came up was a natural cavern, but it was all a dead end instead of it being a natural set of adjoining passages, much like the area you just left behind. So there really is only one way to go. And as you're progressing further, you sort of do get this grumble from Grit about you're now further beyond where those miners had been discovered. And yet there's still been no sign of the creature or any hint of anything going on. The main line that you can sort of see flushing in and out of the wall is almost like because of the way the crimson light sort of almost pulses, it's almost like a throbbing vein of blood that runs through the ground. And it opens out into a wider space. And you sort of note now that as you're coming out into this open space that you have actually had this passage has been on a bit of a decline. And you're looking out into a chamber that sort of falls away down. It's not a straight one, it just falls down, but you can still traverse it, but it's definitely on like this downward slope. And one of the other things that gets you is whilst this chamber appears to be natural, it's closer to the far end where you see there's no other natural exit, but you do see from here, lit up in the red glow, what appears to be almost like stone worked walls. In and out of the natural stone of the chamber, it's almost as though the earth has grown up around this place. And you can sort of see parts of it that are crumbling or cracked in places. But even at this distance, you're like 150, 200 feet away. And it's dim light, yeah, but there's enough light to see that even with how worn down these little bits of built stone work are looking, you can very clearly see that sitting in a stride where it looks like a large part of it had collapsed previously, there is a fresh bit of stonework that has been built. And what looks like a large door that has been constructed to cover up the ruin.
Grit?
I've never been this far down. I'd swear I had no idea this place was here.
Can Norfred is suddenly going, this feels way too much like the Bastion Between.
Oh god. God, not again.
She's just like, is the boule, like this boule, was it a dream creature? Is this another dream instance?
What are you asking me?
I just want
Or
to,
is this
I'm
you just expressing your
perceiving-
thoughts?
Okay. I'm expressing my thoughts to the group.
Okay.
But I'm also, Norfred is looking around the space and seeing if she can see any seams or things that are shifting or shouldn't be there, unnatural, connections between spots.
Make an investigation check.
I'm probably overthinking. Very good dice. It's good dice. You're a good girl. 20. Dirty.
20? Dirty 20. Okay, cool. From this distance, like you can't get a good look at the stonework itself. It's just because the chamber is relatively well illuminated. It's dim light, but it's bordering on natural, like normal light. But looking around, other than like this slight pulsing of that red, that does kind of create this almost slight shifting of shadow, you don't see anything that seems unnatural or magical or otherworldly, if you will. Everything here, from what you would expect, the layout of this room and the way the light falls seems pretty on point. And the thing being, with a natural 20, a dirty 20, you also kind of understand that whilst you yourself may not have done any ruin delving with the tribes looking for treasure, you've heard enough of the stories, you've seen enough of those ruins yourself. There is something oddly familiar about that stonework and the design of it that isn't reminiscent of the Bastion between.
I used to go ruin diving with the tribe. What
You did.
does that kind of occur to me?
In which case you may do an investigation check with advantage.
$15.
15. You are a little far away. As I say, you are at the entrance of this chamber. It's about 200 odd feet to the other side. But taking a bit of a look for the little bit of exposed stonework you can see, there are definite familiarities here to the ruins that you have actually seen buried under the sands of Terragonia.
Ooh, this is
Not
exciting.
the same, not identical. You're not an expert in stonework, but there are certain elements of what you're seeing that just immediately ping your memory of some of the things you had seen, some of the stories you'd heard, and things that just look almost too familiar to be coincidental.
Cool.
Are you fucking with us like this, Quinn? Oh my god! Okay. The sisters share a look for a second.
Hmm?
The sisters share a look for a second about the weird runs. I'm like, just.
Time for you to come room delving with me for once.
Find water. If I stumble across these places, I leave it for someone else.
Yeah, that's usually where your big brave sister came in.
This feels like I'm explaining to the group. This feels like somewhere in Terragonia. It's not.
Really?
Second's got more of a pep in her step now. Like she's
in familiar
familiar.
territory.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey,
Do you recognize the stonework?
not really from here. It's obviously not natural, but let me just roll for him to see if he actually can make that out, because his eyes aren't there. Oh, nope. He can't see it very well from here.
Well then, we should get closer. And Seket's just going to start jumping forward.
Okay. Take it with a little bit of a clip in her step. A little
Yep.
bit of pep. begins
pip.
heading sort of down this slope in this sloped chamber with the vein of red ore threading its way through, casting a glow towards the stonework at the far end.
I am walking next to Vander for a second here, and I'm like, didn't see any other exits, right? It's
No.
one way in situation.
Yep.
Well, they're gonna know we're here, huh?
I wonder. Vander's going to activate his gift.
Okay.
Are we being watched right now?
Yes.
Hawkinson's
what
looking at your butt.
Yeah. Who's checking the ass?
Damn. Okay.
Ooh!
It is from ahead of you. You are not quite close enough to the stonework to tell exactly where, but it is somewhere along that line where the stonework sort of blends in with the natural stone. There is someone or something down there near that formation that definitely has its eyes on your approach. In
We've
fact,
been seen.
2 somethings, because I think it tells you how many, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are 2 things watching us. Get ahead.
Did you say that loud enough for me to hear?
Would have been through the earpieces.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Which means Grit and Harkison have no idea either. So,
Unless they were close enough to me. No.
Hear you like whisper it.
well, Grit's closer to the front, so he can give a bit of guidance, and Harkison was firmly in the middle. So maybe Harkison, he's got reasonable senses, so maybe he heard it. Okay, we'll go with a firm maybe.
I'm gonna.
At
Oh.
I was just gonna say, at Vanda's words, with a clip in her step, she's just going to swing out her great sword and just be like twirling it hand to hand with like almost like she's just skipping in a field. Like she is just not stealthy,
I'm gonna.
asking for something to come and smack her so
I'm
she
gonna-
can smack it back.
I'm gonna hold the earring and be like, there is a chance that whoever is down there is a survivor. Maybe don't look
Good
so
for them.
threatening.
I am innocently skipping towards our ruin. We are fine.
I did my job.
Yep. Nope. Can't argue with that.
Vander,
Yes.
are you feeling especially quiet? Because you could peel off to the side right now in the dark.
I
Try
don't know.
getting.
My nose still tickles. I might have another furball.
Oh, okay. No, never mind then.
Okay. But ticket.
Do we need to get you checked out?
Maybe.
Just need to find a good druid, you'll be fine.
When you threw up earlier, by the way, the scorpion, it's almost like you could hear it giggle, but it was just doing this.
I'm gonna eat it. And then I'm gonna throw it up.
It's hurt.
Oh my God.
It's very hurt scorpion right now. But I
Alright,
was like, oh
so
yeah, that's right. I
could
did.
be.
I summoned that
You haven't
scorpion.
slowed
last
down,
night.
have you?
Sorry.
Sekit,
slowing
you haven't
down.
slowed down, have you?
No.
Okay. So it is a short time then before you do arrive at these sort of interspersed bits of old stonework, and you can tell now as you are closer, these are old. These are as old as some of the stuff that you had seen beneath the sands. They have been here for a while, and where sort of that door and the new patch over stonework has been made, you can sort of see that it hasn't really been like made by particularly skilled hands. It's just been designed to fill in the gap. But yeah, you do have what looks like tiny little gaps in the bits of stonework. And then, yeah, the door itself, that as you're closer, it does appear to be mostly wood, but it's got these big strips of metal banded across it, just to make it look like it's a bit sturdier and more firm than what it is.
Does it appear trapped?
Make an investigation check for me.
15 again.
15.
They're rolling great
From
today.
what you can tell, the door doesn't appear to be trapped. There is what looks like a place of what might be some big latch or lock that is potentially openable with the right method. But the next thing that takes your note is just above where all this new stonework has been made, on some of the ancient stone, you actually do see some very faded scratchings that look like it's half of a symbol that's still scratched in the stone from up there. You can't really tell exactly what it is with a 15, but you can sort of see that there is the remnants of some sort of symbology on the wall above where this new door has been placed. But yeah, no traps that you can see.
Vendor, there appears to be a bit of a mechanism on the lock of the door. Did you want to have a look?
Yeah.
Or
I'll
would
have
you
a
like me to kick? Because I'm happy either way.
Let me try first.
Okay. So you're gonna take a look at the door then, Vander?
Yeah.
I'll get you to make me an investigation check.
Did she point out the
And you know
room
what?
to any
Because
of
we've
us?
had all this done and noted by Sekid already, you're gonna do it with advantage. Because I'm a kind and generous DM before I kill you all.
Okay, so that was a 1
He
and
really
a 7.
gave us that short rest opportunity, fam, and we did not take it.
It was a-
Investigation? Oh, 7.
Yep. Total?
Yeah. I don't have any bonuses to investigation.
Okay.
And I rolled a 1. And
So
a 7.
did you do that with advantage though? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
7 was the other one. Yeah, 1 and a 7. Yikes.
Wow.
So
You've rolled 2
you
ones.
do sort of look at the mechanism that Sekhet pointed out, and all you see is like this small little metal plate. It doesn't have like a lock, but it looks like the sort of plate that you would, like, it would be attached to something on the other side that might potentially unlock it. You can't see a way that it opens from this side. There's not even a handle. There's just this small square metal plate in where the handle would normally be. So you're not sure how this opens.
I don't know how to open this.
Was there
Maybe
any,
we should take it off by its hinges.
is there any inscriptions anywhere?
I mean, if you're looking around, you will note sort of a half symbology up on the top of or up above where the
Can
door
I
is.
read it? No insanity, no TPK.
You can take a look. I tell you
Unless-
what, if you're going to take a look, give me a religion check.
I can do that. Can I?
Not yet insanity, but the way they're rolling, maybe.
Yeah.
Unless.
Wah, we rolled 8.
8?
Yep.
No, you can't make it. You can sort of see some lines, but you can't track it in your head to how that would connect to form any coherent symbol you can sort of understand.
Can I make a
beats me.
religion check?
If you would like to, you can make a religion check.
While we're doing this,
Yep.
Vander's going to glance down where he thinks these watches are
Oh,
and see if he can see anything.
okay. You how long does your gift go for? So it would stay on? Just
No, I think we just decided that it was like an instant thing.
okay. You get the impression that the eyes were coming from the other side of the wall.
Ah,
Now that you're closer, you get the feeling that the eyes were not in the same chamber as you guys. They were actually coming from the other side of the stonework.
21, by the way.
21? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Hey, cleric.
Yeah.
Yep. It takes a little bit, and it is. You've had a couple of checks with your teammates, and it takes just a little bit of time for you to start seeing these lines as they may be. And you know that through a lot of the studies that you've done with the Order of the Heavenly Triad, you've seen symbology of various different faiths, different keepers, and ones that are still present and ones that have, passed into memory, kind of a little like the Keeper of Dreams. And it takes a little bit for your brain to be able to connect the missing bits of this inscription up there, where it is familiar to you, and it takes just a little bit for you to register that what this image should look like is that of a robed skeleton with angelic wings looking down while it cradles a living baby. And it takes... The moment you recognize that, you realize this is another defunct keeper. This is another one that doesn't have much of a presence as they once were in Syleria before. This was known as the Keeper of the Cycle.
Huh.
What that really means in this particular circumstance, you're not sure. But whatever individuals, whatever presence may have been down here back when these ruins were not ruins, were either believers or followers of the Keeper of the Cycle.
Interesting.
And when I say the cycle, that is more often, because you did get such a high roll, that is more often seen as the cycle of life and death. Yeah. Thus, the skeleton holding a living baby.
That's cool.
But again, you're not exactly sure how that knowledge really helps you get through the door.
Well, do we have any ideas?
You want to knock?
Not.
The door.
The door. Just a little bit of a rap on the door.
You gonna give it a knock?
Yeah.
You get a small mixture of the wood and the metal surrounded by the stonework, because you kind of get this doo-doo-doo.
Can you
Nothing.
move anything around the stonework frame, so maybe we can just move the door?
Who are you asking?
Great.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can try and make a bit of a space through there if you want. I don't know. I mean, at least I got a little bit of energy back. Let's hope it's not trapped then. If you want, Grit can attempt to try and weaken or make a gap through the stonework on either side of the door.
If he can try and weaken it, I'm happy to try and biff it in.
Okay. Is that the plan we're going with, team? Hello, Raiders.
Guess so.
Okay. So, give me a moment. I'm going to get Grit to make an Arcana check. He rolled a natural 19. I think he's fine. So, he sort of walks over to the side of the door with where the little metal plate is. And he sort of just he puts his hand on the wall, drops his head, and just sort of, you can sort of hear the hum as he begins concentrating, and you can sort of feel the vibration of his hum spread out from him and through the ground and into the earth around you. And there's just this very subtle shaking. You sort of see little bits of dust come off of the old stonework coming down over the new. And the humming sort of continues, and then he opens his eyes while still humming and looking at you. And it's weird. He speaks to you, but you can still hear the humming going on. It's like, if you want to give it a bash, now would be the time.
Alrighty, let's do this. And I'm going to give it a bash.
All right. Give me an athletics check. I could just make an attack roll, but I mean, it's a door. It's not like you're gonna miss hitting the door.
dirty 20 because I'm +7 in athletics.
Yep, cause barbarian, baby. Alright, so this door, whilst the door itself is rather sturdy, this stonework, as Grit may have alluded to, has not been, the new construction has not been made by somebody who is particularly skilled or talented. So it doesn't take too much for the surrounding works to be weakened to the point where you don't even attack it with your weapon, right? You just kind of lower the shoulder and go into it, or give it a kick, right? Describe to me how you're assaulting this door with all of your barbarian force.
So I'm just gonna like bend my knees a little, grin at Vander, and then whoop, pop into the door.
Okay. And immediately as you hit it, Grit just stops the humming, drops his hands, and sort of almost kind of ducks out of the way because of the level of force that you are impacting into the door. And there is an almighty rending sound as this door gets pushed in, and the metal bars don't move, but it's the wood on the inside of the metal bars cracks, and you can sort of see the door kind of shunt, and it just starts to come loose from the stonework that he's been loosening. Not quite completely dented in, but all it would take is another hit. So I'm pretty sure
Okay.
you wind up and you give it another bash, and sure enough, that entire door just flies out of its moorings, taking a little bit of the stonework with it. This patchy new construction raining down on you as it's sort of going through. But you don't care. You're having the time of your life. These pesky little rocks ain't got nothing on you. And that door just explodes down and sort of echoes out into a chamber beyond, which is, once you sort of get to your bearings, relatively well lit.
By what?
Well, we're going to take a look at that.
Oh no.
No, I haven't got a map for you. Not yet.
Oh.
But no,
Lava.
I'm having a look on my thing for me.
Hmm.
So as the
Likely
door sort of cascades in,
story.
and you've got the rock dust coming down over you, you find yourself in a rectangular chamber. You're standing on what looks like an elevated stone platform with a pair of stairs to either side that descend down into the room just beyond. There's the entrance you came through and an exit over the far side, a large sort of almost double-doored side entrance with no doors. Along the left and right hand walls, you do have these small little like candle holders out of the wall, but they're not holding candles. They're holding bits of rock, and these rocks have a luminescent blue glow to them, kind of like some of the crystals you've seen before.
Kind of like the beast that had
I was
luminescence.
about to say, blue glowing beast.
That does feel very reminiscent of it, yes. And it sort of lights up this chamber, but you sort of see that through these rocks, this luminescent blue glow, there's also yellow threads that kind of almost give this secondary color and shading to the room. The entrance down the far side, you sort of look at the floor down in front of you where the stairs go down to it, and there's kind of like these little circular marks, almost like there might have been once in the past pillars holding up a roof, and they're not there anymore. There's no sign of them except for where these little holes in the ground are. And even looking up, you can sort of see that whatever natural roof may have once existed here has gone, and it is just natural stonework has sort of almost crashed its way through the roof of this building. There are a series of small tables on the left-hand side, some of which should look as though they've got something on them, little discoloration, small chains. There's a table with a few implements down there. On the right-hand side, as you're standing there, you can see a couple of small cages. They're not human size. They're almost more like the size of like a dog cage. But at first glance, there's nothing else you can sort of see in this room except for the far side, the exit out the far side. There's hello and welcome, Magical Misfits, for the raid. We're in the thick of it now.
I'd like to go check the table and see if it is, chains and collars and stuff.
Everybody else following in, or are you just letting the barbarian take the lead?
Yeah, we're going in.
I
Hello.
I bend down to my scorpion. I need you to stay in the shadow by the door and snip at anyone who comes and try and make enough noise to hear, okay? So the scorpion's just gonna be a lookout so we can go investigate the room.
Okay.
Because again,
no worries.
there's limited fucking exits in these places.
There is. It's kind of interesting that the big sloped chamber that you were in was almost kind of like a cylinder leading down to this. There was one entrance, and now that you've walked into this chamber, that is a rectangular room. There's still only one exit down the other side.
Hate it.
Everything just seems to be almost a tube heading down towards a location of some kind. Which, happens in the
Also,
natural world.
I'll roll
Flanders would just be on Seket's arm. Like, she can't talk to it or anything, but it's
No.
just, hanging out.
Yeah. Okay. So, you were going over to the table, Seket, and you were doing what again? Sorry, remind me.
Just confirming chains, collars, all that kind of thing.
Okay. There's no collars of any kind, but the chains that are here are incredibly reminiscent of manacles. Much like the ones you saw in Fort Falling Embers underground prison.
Slaves.
But these are not. These ones are specifically tied to the table, and the small little bench beside the table does seem to have a few implements on it, like
Man, don't tell me this is a
You know.
torture room.
tongs that you would normally see in a blacksmithy.
Yeah.
A large set of pincers and a clamp. You do see that there is a rather large pool of dried blood on the table underneath where the manacles are. There is no body here, and it does not appear as though there has been one for quite some time. In fact, it doesn't really look like this room has been used in that way for quite some time. Even the implements on the table appear to have been set in there long enough that there's that small little coating of rock dust on everything that even is mingled with that dried blood that gives the impression that it's like, okay, this has been sitting untouched for some time. Anybody else doing anything?
I am checking. I'm gonna go up to a wall sconce and be like, "Are you a trap?"
Wolfsconce doesn't reply. It flickers at you indignantly.
Oh, very
yeah,
bad.
I'm investigating them if that helps.
What are you investigating them for? Anything in particular, or?
If there is some kind of trap mechanism, if it's
Okay.
set off
Yeah,
by
go for it.
something.
Just make an investigation check.
Nope.
Anybody else while she's rolling? No.
5.
Okay.
Also-
You're sure that the small threads of gold that occasionally light up through these bits of rock are deliberately taunting you, as though trying to say, "Come on, just give me a little nudge, see what
Remind me,
happens.
bro.
Come on."
Mess around and find out.
Headed hit. The scorpion also rolled a 9 for stealthing next to the door.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else?
Can I push the table over?
You can try to pull it away from the wall and tip it over if you want, but it's like you've got the wall on one side. Sorry, it's kind of in. Yeah, no, that's fine. You can do that.
Cool.
Yep. You sort of manhandle or woman handle the table away and sort of upend it, and you get that clanking sound as the chains come loose off the surface of the table and hit the stone ground. You have successfully flipped the table.
Excellent.
Bander's gonna stand in the middle of the room
Mm-hmm.
and activate his gift again.
Okay.
Oh, it's still being watched?
Not at this point. No.
Okay. They're not in here. I think they were.
Where else is there to go?
Further in, I guess.
In the wall. What do you make of this place now, Grit?
It's old. Older than any of the construction I've seen. It's actually kind of fascinating.
Do
Not
the
like any of the stuff we've seen within the dwarven ruins. Any of the other stuff I've heard my folks talk about. Didn't know this was here. I'm very, very surprised that nobody found. I mean, we've only just dug down this far, but honestly, I don't know what to make of it.
is he genuine?
Make an insight check if you want.
Honestly, I think somebody has found this, and this is why there was such trouble when people trailed this far.
It'd be funny if it was fanatics.
Hi, Kate. Thank you for the
They're
hydrate.
just stuck in,
Fanatics?
they're just stuck down here, and they just, or they're not stuck down here. There's a way out somewhere else, and it's just people who worshipped the Keeper of the Cycle. But it could be wrong.
Oh, is that
Could
what
just be
this place
slaves.
is?
Well, that's what the symbol was, like, at the door.
Do you know anything about the Keeper of Cycles? Were they good?
No.
Were they bad? Did they like favor the whole death and torture kind of thing?
They were kind of, you know how people forget things when they believe? Like, when we used to
Seal
believe
raises
in,
an eyebrow.
I guess, like, the boogeyman, or whatever, or some folklores that you guys have.
Keeper
Like,
of the
just,
Cycle
like-
was a very benevolent entity that was not harsh towards mankind, but nor were they kind. They embraced the cycle of life and death. All things that were natural ended. And things in their time would come again. It was something that they had a very, very big following way back when, but for whatever reason, the Keeper of the Cycle disappeared, much like the Keeper of Dreams did quarter century ago, and was never born back into the cycle. So their cycle ended.
It's not a good thing.
But as far as how they were observed by mankind, they were one of those neutral entities that they were neither loved nor feared. They just were. They were as inevitable as death itself. We've been playing for this long, and I still love springing new entities on you. It's great.
Hmm.
Haven't gone anywhere near the number of keepers I've gotten. That's
I
fine.
rolled a natural
Keeper
one,
of
by the way.
Time.
Okay,
That's for the session.
Portion.
but yeah, the other thing being that Grit, much like you guys have probably ascertained yourself, will point out the fact that there was new construction at the door. So even if this is an old place, it has been used recently.
Do the chains and cages look like a different age to the stonework? Are we talking two different eras?
Make another investigation check.
Rainbow dice. Ah! Rainbow gay energy. We love it! We're gonna have an 18.
How much?
18!
18? Woo!
That's good for
Okay,
me.
so the chains and things on the table, most of the things that exist in this room are not as old as the room itself. However, there is almost nothing in this room that screams recent.
Okay.
So you get the impression that perhaps if somebody has found and is using this location, they are not the first person over the centuries to have done that. And the things that are in this room are very easily the remnants of some other person who has located this area in the past. As I said, the chains, the implements on the table, they were all covered in rock dust. They didn't look like they've been touched in quite some time. It does look as though, with the little cages in the sort of the south wall or on the right hand side, they do look like they've been used. But the cages themselves also look like they've been around for quite a long time. Again, not as old as the ruin itself, but not fresh. Not as recent as the stonework that has been, and the door that was used to cover over the entrance.
Second's gonna go to the top of one of the stairs and
You
peer
like that one,
down.
Kate?
Summon the taco.
Oh, I mean, the stairs are what lead down into the room. You'd have to have gone down the stairs to get into the room.
Oh, right.
It's it like where you came out. It was almost like a stone platform, and the stairs go down into the room,
Okay.
and then you've got an open double exit directly on the far side with the holes in the ground where like the pillars might have been, leading down either side of that walk. So it's almost like this was kind of almost like a lobby sort of an area, but it got refurbished into something else. This very much could have been something that was at one point a church or a temple or a place of worship. It has that large open area initially that looks like that sort of thing. It's been a very, very long time, and there's been other inhabitants since.
Second's gonna look around at everyone. Should we push forward? I think we've ascended this room.
Nom, 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 nom. Sorry.
I think Nofrit's in agreement.
Yes. Let us move on.
We'll go.
Okay.
We'll carry on. We go.
All right. So again, we got
Thanks, Mike. How are you?
Seket taking the
How are
lead.
you, Mike? Oh my god.
Yep.
All right.
It's been a long time, but
Give me a moment. Just need to switch this over for my own use. Okay. It's like a small 10-foot long tunnel that takes you down into another chamber. And this is actually where I'm going to give you a map.
give me the.
I think. There we go. It's up in the Syleria channel.
Hee hee ha ha. Hee hee ha ha. Okay, let's see if it just works.
I forgot Nofret's name in this.
I am still Nofret Poopy. Oh yes, I need to put your camera back on. Ooh, okay, what we
Okay.
dealing with, fam?
All right. So,
I don't think I'm supposed to
The-
see that.
no, probably not. Oh well.
I hate it.
Good. Probably should. Oh well. It's slip-ups happen.
Exactly.
So
I
you
didn't see anything.
the passage widens a little bit. You guys can rearrange yourself in that little formation in that first sort of 9 squares, however you want. And it opens out into this very large chamber. Even the roof, like the natural rock, this is kind of where that tube that had been descending, that sloping chamber, this is almost where half of the roof has been caved in, but the stone is almost kind of lifting up away and into the darkness beyond. You can see that there are lights in this chamber, and some ruins of the same sorts of pillars that you might have seen in the room previous, had they still been there. There are various bits of masonry and warped rock, and some of the walls themselves are crumbling in. And this large chamber, initially, as you wander on in, because you now know it hasn't, and it feels bad, appears to be without anybody in it. But there are at various places what look like benches and tables. And the interesting part about what you can see from where you're at is some of the benches, most of them look like they've been actively destroyed. There are tables and chairs that look as though they have been moved around to be used as kind of like a seating area. from whatever their original formation was. Some of the tables on the far side, up on this slightly lifted walk around the chamber, you can sort of see where parts of them almost look like they've been destroyed or are in the process of falling apart. There are boxes of all sorts of things peeking out of they're just stacked in the corners, almost as though this is a place where some of the missing supplies from above might be. Just from what you can see with some of these boxes, it looks like there's various bits of equipment and material poking out of them. But at the same time, some of these boxes look like they are in the process of having been destroyed or are being destroyed. In fact, because Vander and Freyalise have ridiculous perception, as you guys wander into this small little space, you can ever so very faintly hear the sound of hissing. And it's not a natural creature-like hissing.
So does it sound like fishes?
No, it doesn't. Those vicious fishes.
I think I need to get like a vicious fish emote now.
Yeah, but you can probably zoom out from there if you want. Now, Bex, I've done what I needed to do. I thought I had it all set up properly.
No, it's okay. I just thought I was like, oh, I'll just zoom in really quick.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the hissing that Vander and Freyalise can hear is very, very faint. Like, it's only because of your very, very high passive perception that you can hear it at all.
There's a hissing noise.
What?
Do you hear it?
No.
Now that he points it out, do we hear it?
You would have to make a perception check to hear it.
I'm gonna say Nofred's a little spaced out right now.
Okay.
She's thinking about this new keeper. She's dead.
12.
12? You're not sure you're hearing it, or you're not sure you're hearing it because you want to hear it. You know how sometimes you listen so hard you convince yourself you're hearing something? You're pretty you're almost convincing yourself you can hear it, but you're not sure if it's because you're convincing yourself you can hear it or not. It's very, very faint.
It's your own brain, like fizzing.
Yeah, it's filling in the gap of there should be a sound. I should be hearing this. Yeah, there it is. I could definitely hear that.
Maybe. Damn it.
Maybe.
Sega's just gonna shrug and just walk in a bit.
Okay.
But because he's pointed out the hissing, she's gonna look for any fissures or any cracks that are letting through gas.
This is the thing that DMs hate, right? Okay, just...
Sorry.
So, anybody else following her on in?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, anywhere in that sort of initial area you guys can place yourself. As you've sort of zoomed out, you can sort of see that area with that little bit of wall on their backs. So these is actually slightly elevated platform.
Oh, okay.
Not by much, like it's very, very small, but it's a slight elevated platform around
Is
the
there
room.
like murals on that?
Nothing that seems to be intact. Most of what's here appears to be in a very similar state to what was outside, but even more destroyed.
Okay. Nofred's not gonna like it, and she's gonna start walking down this wall and going to think about, is there other exits? How can I get everyone out of the room if something goes wrong right now?
From what you can see in this room, you can't see another exit from where you are.
I hate it.
Um,
I can't burn this down, guys. We can't burn down this building. It's rock.
No, this one you can't.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't flood it either.
No, we'd fucking die.
But as you do step a little bit further out, a little bit of motion does catch your eye. And what appears to be this humanoid figure pops up over one of the railings looking directly at your group on the far side of the room.
Ooh.
And you can sort of see these insectile eyes and this long mouth with these two mandibles. Yeah, that. Covered in this leathery armor. And they've got the wee antennae waving, and you can hear this very faint chittering, which is then suddenly echoed around the room. I require you guys all to roll for initiative.
I don't want to, officer.
Does this look like a were ant in their hybrid form?
Now that you're asking, yeah, it is exactly what a were ant in a hybrid form might look like.
Can I type it in here? No. You
should be able to click on yourself and go add to initiative with your value, I think.
Let me learn these things.
Yeah. It's
Set
very neat. It's very
height.
neat to have.
Add to initiative.
So I've got to remind myself how to do it as well.
Can I change mine? Oh, I got
Yep, you should be able to type into it.
I got a whole 6.
I can't figure out how to type into it.
Should we?
Oh wait.
I know we all
You
busted
should-
out our extra dice, but should we use the dice tray and the? No, I'll use my extra.
Oh, you can if you want, but I never want to take away from people actually being able to physically roll dice, you know?
What does it look like
I
on
like-
stream if I use the dice?
Oh, there.
I like reprimanding my dice, so
I don't know if I can see other people's dice.
Right,
Rolls.
so we rolled for that one.
Yeah,
I
I see that.
can see other people's dice roll.
Ooh.
That's kind of funky, team.
It's funky fresh.
Maybe not this
Get
game.
fresh,
but
baby.
Maybe
Oh,
sometime
really?
we do that. Hi, Nature.
So this is where I get to roll dice and
Happy
fail badly.
anniversary yourself soon, isn't it? And also happy birthday soon. Nature, you've got so many things happening.
I don't know how to change my initiative.
What did you
So
roll?
you have to.
I've got 14 total.
That's pretty good.
So you right click on your item, on your icon, and it will say add to initiative.
Oh,
Yep,
it was in September. I was
yeah.
trying to read your big thing, like all the things that's happening soon, Nature. You're gonna be doing the.
There it is, and then you
Christmas
should just be
streams.
able to click on the where the zero is, and add your thing to it there.
11 days till birthday. I'm going to do
And I mean, her name's in the initiative, so you know who that were ant is now.
God damn it, Kieran.
Guys, there's a few too many names in that initiative. I regret not taking the short rest.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, we got a few at 6. Hey, Nofrit, what's your dexterity?
I got a +2. I'm
You got a
14.
+2. Okay, so I'm gonna bump you up in the order
Okay, thank
to
you.
a 7, because the other guys have only got a +1.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that for me.
Yeah, so that just makes it easier rather than trying to remember who goes first. It's just easier just changing the initiative number slightly. It doesn't make a difference.
That's a lot of enemies.
Okay. So as this individual, this insectile humanoid creature looks up, and a little wiggling, you hear their very faint chittering. There is this moment where all of a sudden there is multiple chittering that happens around the room, and these coming out of like around from where they've been hiding in these pillars, because you guys made noise in the previous chamber. These guys heard you. So, yeah. If it wasn't for massively high perception and being able to hear the hissing and being a little more cautious, these guys just about would have got a surprise attack on you. But massively high perception. Fuck it. But you see these multiple ant-like creatures all turn as one to look at you, to look at the intruders coming on in. And we're going to kick it off with Vanda. How are we doing? What are we doing?
Fight
What's
music.
going on?
That's what we need right now.
They are definitely looking aggressive.
They are very much looking aggressive. They were looking like they were in the midst of doing something here, and you guys, in your arrival, interrupted them. And the noise that they heard took them just long enough to be able to attempt to find a place to launch an ambush, but it wasn't long enough for them to be able to successfully manage to do so.
The
They are
the
definitely
two
looking.
ants that are near Karen.
Yes,
What are they?
they're ants. What do you mean?
Yeah, but they're glowing.
All right.
Glowing
Actually,
eyes.
I should probably change the size.
music
of it a
too
little
loud?
bit, I think.
Phoenix Gaming, thank you for the
Change
happy
the
affiliate
size?
anniversary.
Yeah, I
Same
should
with
change
you,
the size of it a little bit.
Max.
Oh, they bigger.
Oh, they're small.
Okay.
They're small beans.
They're considered
Again,
small creatures.
You can do the ants thing, by the way.
So they are. Give me a moment. That fucking fly on the phone. So with those, they appear to be about the size of a house cat.
Uh-huh.
So they're not. They don't look like they're particularly threatening from here.
Just a little
uh,
boy.
However, their abdomen, whereas the other ants are all just that standard sort of browny black color, these ones, their entire abdomen is kind of pulsing with a green glow.
Hate that.
And from here, you can actually see the hissing sound that you could hear is this liquid that's dropping from between their mandibles and hitting the stone and melting. They appear to have some sort of acid coming out from between their jaws.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
They're a later problem.
Okay.
Vander is going to scale straight ahead to this one. Yeah.
All right. So that is a small little jump, but I mean your climbing speed's the same as your movement speed, so that's no problem for you to get up there.
Hey,
I'm
Meg.
just gonna make a cup of tea really quick because I'm panicked. I'll be right back.
Hello. And then he's gonna slash at them.
Gonna give it. Yep. All right.
Yeah, give it a good old.
Give it a
1,
bit of
2.
a tingle.
Give it a hello.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. Go for it. This is fine. What do you mean?
Oh my god. A 10.
A 10 to hit.
Yeah. A 10. to hit.
So the ant, in almost a mockery of your first swing, as it sees you coming, there's kind of this whole moment of, oh well, you know, it's got to come up over the lip there, right? And suddenly you're there, and there's this moment where you can't really understand the way an ant looks, but you would swear it was surprised. And then as your dagger comes in, it just kind of almost lazily recovers and then swings its mandible and deflects your dagger with one of its massive mandibles.
All right. Let's try that again.
All right. What are you attacking with, by the way?
So that was the bone dagger,
Oh, yep, the dragon bone. Well,
Yeah.
bone, yeah.
and then the second one is going to be kick X dagger.
This has become your almost normal combo now, isn't it?
For this dungeon, yeah.
I
Because
love
he
it.
left most of them in the bag of holding.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, finally.
Let's go.
Finally.
Now that's how you kick off a combat with a
There we
natural
go.
20. All right, give it to me.
A lot.
And because you are what you are, that is of course going to be a sneak attack.
Yep. I need someone to remember 6, 12, 18. Is it 20, 22? Somebody remember 22.
22. All the natural 20s. That's right. Use them up now. Get them out of your system.
I don't think I will. I think
Oh,
I'll
okay,
keep
well,
rolling
So
one.
it was,
it's fine
it was
then.
22,
Keep
yeah?
rolling. Yeah, 22.
So 35, 39. 39 points of
39?
damage. Yeah.
Okay, so after it almost lazily deflects that first strike with its massive mandible, explain to me how you want to finish this thing, because that is way more damage than it has health.
The part on its neck.
Yep. Yep.
where its head joins the body.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's gonna stab down onto there and twist so the head just pops off.
Oh, ow. All right, so Kicks ornamental. That's the ornamental dagger, isn't it? It's the one that's quite bejeweled almost, or was it the ordinary one? Because I think there was two.
It was the magical one.
Magical.
I don't think
yeah.
it was bejeweled.
No, so there was one that was a little bit more ornamental. So this is the one that wasn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the magical one wasn't. Yeah. So yeah, the dagger slices in after you sort of follow up from that. You almost give it that little twist and that poke, and the head almost goes and separates from the rest of its body. Okay, that thing's dead. Good job. So that's yep. That was just why I was hoping to get a surprise attack on you guys, but we'll take it. All right. Anything else there, Vander?
So that was 20 feet.
Yeah, because again, climbing doesn't affect your movement speed, does it?
No.
No. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's yeah.
So I can go
Remove that from the initiative.
there, and then bonus action, use my movement as well.
Yep.
30. So we're there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because that is debris that you're out to there. So if you're going to move over it next time, that counts as difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yep. Or you can just use your climbing speed, go down, and then come back up. I'm not going to tell you how to play your character.
How high is the roof?
The roof.
Yeah.
At this particular juncture of the room, it's maybe about 25 feet up. Down the other end where Kieran is, it ascends up like the whole roof's been broken, and it actually ascends up like you're at the bottom of a chasm almost. So you can't actually see how high up it goes.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's another way.
All right. So that brings us to Kieran. So, Kieran has range of. Let's see.
I don't want to hurt Kieran.
I do.
We don't always get what we want, unfortunately. Oh, there's more enough range.
This is where we just knock her out.
You can. Yeah. I mean, non-lethal damage is a thing you guys can do.
Just knock her out.
I don't.
So she has sort of a pair of daggers in her hand that you can almost see have this the same sort of green light on them as these smaller ants have. But she very briefly switches one over, so she's holding both of them in one hand before sort of pointing out in your general direction. Actually, yeah, no, we'll say Seki, because you were also kind of the first one to come in and explore the room. And you don't quite hear what she says, but she mutters a few words.
Oh no.
And
Oh, do she now?
yep,
Yeah, does she?
yep. And a large billowing cloud of smoke
Oh,
and
God damn
fog
it.
fills the entire area you are in.
Oh, if I make my way over to her.
So Nofrit, you are kind of still in that. Sekit, Nofrit, and Freya-Lise, you guys are considered blinded for the time you are within that cloud.
Oh. It's gonna take me like 3 rounds to get out of that.
And then, yep, she can.
You know what?
To
I
here?
wanted to keep her alive, but not anymore.
Oh, we gotta keep her alive to question her, right, fam?
80. That's
Sure. Sure.
Unless you have speak with
That's how
dead.
angry she makes me.
Wait, do we have speak with dead?
She
we speak with
is
the dead?
going to follow
No,
that up.
Speak with the dead.
Yep. Okay. So she's not going to do anything more. Her antennae are going to twitch, and there is going to be this brief moment for Vander can see the 2 greenish ants. Their antennae start twitching almost in a frenzy alongside hers, and you can sort of see the generation of this saliva start increasing.
Oh,
She's spurring
fuck
them
my
on.
life.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, that's her turn, which brings us
What?
to this fella. So
Uh-huh.
this fella is what's his thing?
Hi, Starstream,
He
thank you.
has-
See you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. What is range for things?
Oh,
Jeez, you're
oh,
60
oh,
foot
God.
away. Okay.
It's a big room, apparently.
Yep. Okay, so it's going to, because it can climb as well, so it doesn't actually need to worry about elevation. It can get right to there. Cool. So it dashes, action dashes, to get right on the lip of the fog cloud.
Oh, you're coming this. Oh, you're not invited.
You can't see it. There's a big cloud of fog in the way.
Oh, I really can't. Really can't.
Nope. But that is going to be its movement, its action. It doesn't have a bonus action it can use right now. So that brings us to Sickhead.
Oh, Circuit's gonna be a little pissed about being left in the dark, so she's
Suddenly,
just gonna charge forward until she's
Yep.
out of the black.
Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15 movement to get out.
She gotta look around.
See, the great thing about that fog on here is I don't think you guys can actually control the things that are inside it.
No,
No.
I
No,
literally,
you
we
can't
can't see,
select
we
them,
can't
which is
move
great.
it.
It means I can. I have to do it. Anyway, sorry.
Alrighty.
Sickhead.
So I've popped out. And
Yep.
I see a little bitch face who blackened my eyes.
Yep, she's in a different location, and there is this other one that had very rapidly closed from the side of the room onto the fog cloud itself. She's such a little cutie, though. Why would you attack her?
Because she's mean. So, because I have the
You'd know.
Eldritch Speed Greatsword,
Yep,
that gives me an extra 30 feet movement.
on the first turn of combat, correct.
Yeah. And
Yep.
my speed at the moment is 40. So, with 70, can I charge up to her?
Okay, well, you just spent 15, so that takes you down to 55.
Yeah.
Right? Not quite, because that's a lip. That's a 5-foot high platform. So you are so close.
Can I
Yeah, start
run
You are-
that way
Yep.
and use my gift to grapple her?
Ooh, yes, you
Oh,
can.
yes, it's
Please do.
spicy.
Hell yeah! All right, so you're gonna move into there, like get right up
Yes.
close. That's the because you technically look like you're in melee range, but there's a 5-foot elevation there, so you can't quite reach her. Okay, so you're gonna make your Yep.
Before I do the grapple check, I'm going to rage
yep.
because she made me all blind and stuff, and I don't like that.
Nope, fair enough. Because these
Roll my
creatures,
d8
Yep.
for that.
these creatures live underground, so they've got blind sight, tremor sense, all that
Sorry.
fun stuff.
Sorry, team. Sorry. Oh,
So
sorry.
the fog cloud is a tactic.
So I got an 8.
Ooh, what is that? Oh, I haven't got. Oh, I closed down your screen. What does that do for us? Sorry, I
A
had it
bolt
open
of
before.
light shoots from my chest. Another creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet of me must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of the
Wow, that would be pretty lit.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're going to target Kieran.
Yes, and
who we
can
now
do that.
know is Kieran, but yeah.
Oh god.
that's what I can
con
do
save?
on each turn of my bonus action.
Yeah, it's a con save.
Yes.
You got a 14.
That's a good question. What's my...
What is your DC? Yeah.
It's 8 plus...
8 plus proficiency plus something?
It'd be
Yeah.
your constitution, wouldn't it?
I'm not sure for the wild magic barbarian. As I say, I closed down her screen. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that.
It's alright. It's alright.
Give me a sec. Let me open it up here. Wild magic, wild search. DC 8 plus your plus your con. So it's your
Plus
8
con.
plus your proficiency plus your con. So it's 11 plus whatever your constitution is.
14, damn it. She
Meets it, beats it. So she I think, does she still take the damage? Actually, I've got your screen open. I can just look now.
No.
Nope, just nothing. It's a save or suck. Okay.
Shit.
So you do sort of run on up, and this kind of and this burst of light comes out of your chest, trying to reciprocate her making you blind. And unfortunately, she's almost too skinny, and just almost kind of dodges away to the side. But now
I'm going to use my action to grapple her.
Yep, go for it. So we're gonna opposed athletics. You do with your athletics, and I do athletics or acrobatics, which for her is athletics because she's actually stronger than she is faster. Oh Jesus! 23.
Nah, that fails too.
Oh!
No! Oh,
Um,
Booger.
She is ridiculously strong compared to what you might think this this very thin, almost lean and emaciated creature might be. The strength of it is rather surprising. So is that your action?
But on a successful save, the target still takes damage, but is
Yep.
not grappled.
Gotcha. So we ruled this as your action, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to evolve your gift now? In the heat of
That
combat?
would be nice.
Do you want to make it so it only takes one of your attack actions?
That would be lovely.
I'm saying this now. This will be Sekhet's evolution of the power for this for now. If you want to do that, I'm okay with that happening here and now.
That's a
Or
bad
did you
deal.
want to think about that for something to do later?
No, that's cool. I like it.
Cool.
We can play with headies.
Yep, exactly.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, you get 2 whole characters.
Because this is the other thing, guys. If you guys suddenly think of a really neat way of using your gift and stuff in combat, and it's like, oh, could we do this? And because you guys are at that point where your gifts should start evolving a little bit, come up with something neat. I mean, we kind of know what Norfolks are going to be in the long run, and it's hard to evolve them in combat. But we could still kind of wing things. All right, so you get your damage. We'll deal with that first, and then you can have your second go if you want. As this almost snake-like appendage whips out from your arm, striking her. It's your weapon damage, isn't it?
It's a D4 damage, I think.
Yeah, because it's just the snake. It's just the snake thing. It's not actually your weapon.
Yeah.
You're just trying to grapple her and scorpion her to you.
Uh, 1d4 plus my strength modifier damage, yeah.
Which doesn't make it insignificant. Plus, considering you're raging, we're going to consider you can add your rage bonus too.
So 10 damage.
10. Okay, so that is 10.
The technical term. 10.
Okay, cool.
And
Okay.
I'm going to try and grapple her again as another attack action.
Yep. So do your second attack action. So there's kind of this moment where as the snake limb sort of stretches out and attempts to encircle her, and she kind of just almost, not effortlessly, but just kind of almost surprised, but then just bats it away. There's this wee moment where in your rage and frustration, you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do it again. And just...
It's like a bitch slap, like slap one way and slap the other.
Yeah, just comes back at you the other way. Alright, so, that's another check. Oh, not quite as good for her this time. 16.
I got a 19 on the dice.
You will win it then. She's got a +6 to her athletics, so...
Yeah, and I've got +7.
Yeah. Wow, she's not a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that also drags her 10 feet closer to me, so she and I will be toe to toe.
Okay, and it's not a 10-foot drop, so technically she doesn't take damage, but what I am going to do is I am going to make a saving throw for her. And, you know, we're going to do the fun thing, where if she fails the saving throw with an arbitrary DC, she will take, like, half of falling damage. She failed.
Oh, lovely.
So you also get your damage, I think.
Yep.
So that's halved, so that's...
Oh,
She takes
nugget.
2 points of damage from the falling.
And another 10 points of damage.
Okay, reduced. For some reason, her body is slightly resilient to all of these physical attacks she's taking. Just slightly.
Good to know.
Yep. Okay. And you've grappled her, and now she sort of stumbles a little bit over the edge of the little lip of the platform, and she does come down and hit the ground while she's sort of wrapped in your limb, and your limb immediately disengages, and she sort of comes to her feet with both daggers in the hand and just kind of, okay. So I'm going to move her from there. Oh, that's you. So you've locked yourself into it. That's cool. I'll move her to there. So we got it there. Okay, cool. Is that all, Circuit?
Yes, that is my attack actions and my bonus.
Okay.
And all my movement.
Okay. So this other ant also, for some reason, makes an immediate beeline towards that cloud. I'm also going to roll a couple of checks. Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
The fog cloud still remains. I think that was its... Yeah, that's cool. That is going to be its turn. Which brings us to Nofred! So you are technically within the fog cloud there. I just haven't expanded it further than that.
I'm in the fog cloud?
You are. So
Oh.
you are technically blinded from what's on it.
But I am up against the wall.
You are. You've got the wall beside you, and you've sort of got this billowing cloud that's sort of emerged in front of you. And you kind of heard the footsteps of Seket moving away to the left.
And I know
and
Frey
that's-
is somewhere
yeah.
in the cloud?
Before everything kind of vanished into this white fog, you saw Seket and Frey mostly engulfed in this before it hit you. Cleric at the bottom of the initiative again.
And she was hurt. So Nofred's going to go into the cloud.
Okay.
Frey! And like try and call out to her.
Okay.
She wants to find Frey.
Sure. I mean, you can use your turn to aimlessly stumble around in the fog cloud if you would like.
I call out to her.
Yep.
Hi, Nugget.
Well, if you want to call out, she can do like a single response to you on your turn. And that's going to be about it.
Because I want to
I want to break free.
I want to help.
To break free from this life. Sorry.
I want to help. I could... I'm gonna, I guess, spend my action finding Frey.
Okay. I mean, if Frey responds to you, I can allow you a check so you can do it as a bonus action. But
Yeah.
if Frey responds,
Yeah, Frey would respond being like, focus on yourself right now.
there you go.
In the back of her head, she'd be like, if anything happens to Nofred, Seket will murder me.
Okay.
Seket
well,
will murder everyone. What are you talking about?
But did Frey do that before I started walking deeper into it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Before
Okay.
you do that, I'll allow her to respond, and then you can, if you wanted to go in and try and find, you can do that as a bonus action. But you can have one small thing from you and a small response from her before we get into like as a free sort of a thing. You guys can do a
if
little
she-
back
if
and
she-
forth in combat.
If she tells me to worry about myself, I'm like, fine. And I
Yep, what she said.
feel
stand.
down the wall
Okay.
until I'm out.
Okay, so you're heading like
Inwards.
yeah,
into
metagaming
the-
towards second where second went.
Yeah. I
Yep.
just want to head into the room a little bit.
Okay, so it takes you about 10 feet of movement to be out of the obscuring fog.
Okay. And I don't see the ants yet that are like to the.
No,
right?
the fog cloud unfortunately is just obscuring them. Yep,
Okay, so I don't see
it
them
cuts off
to
all
the...
line of sight from there.
Shit. Okay, I'm not gonna... Ah!
Come on, what do we got?
I'm gonna run over to the... Can I ping where I want to go?
You can move yourself.
I'm gonna go...
Yeah.
5,
You've got 20 feet of movement left, so
10...
yep.
Wait, I can't see the squares. Is that
Oh
5?
yeah, they're really zoomed in, and it's not
10,
snapping, but that's fine.
15, 20...
Yeah, that's about 20. Yeah, so that's
Okay.
your 30 foot of movement.
Because initially she would have gone, okay, there's a pole over there. There's like these things that are gonna block vision for me a little bit from
Mm.
the person. And I guess she sees these ants.
Yeah, the moment you move a little bit further forward and away from the wall, you can sort of like the moment you were no longer obscured, you could see Sekhet engaged with the insectoid humanoid, and then you also kind of get that sort of oh shit, there's something. You sort of see the two ants converging on the fog cloud from the other side.
I'm gonna be like, oh, she told me to worry about me, but I'm still worried about her, so I'm gonna move 5, 10 towards them. And
No, that was your movement.
20 was
Getting
my
to there
movement?
was.
I have
Yeah, you had
30.
20 because you had 10 to get along the
yeah,
wall,
you're
and then you
right,
had another
you're right.
20.
No,
So
I
that was
can't
your
do that.
movement to get to there.
Does that. How does this work then? Can I be a sorcerer? and
Fireball just covers
manipulate
the
it?
area.
Fireball.
Very true.
I'm going to.
You want some roast ant?
Ooh.
This is interesting.
Cross dance with my scorpion? Yes.
I'm gonna
And try.
see those two. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do some cool Nofrid shit, and I'm gonna see it and be like, that's gonna be a problem for afraid. And I'm gonna go, and as I run and take my last step behind the pillar, I'm gonna jump and throw my foot down, and I'm gonna cast Thunder Step, which
Ooh,
they're not
okay.
within 10 feet of me.
No.
But I'm gonna use distance spell to make it charge further? Can that work?
Ooh.
Oh, that's interesting.
It says all other spells, distance is doubled. I mean, that's what I wrote on my
Is it-
card all that time ago.
Isn't
But
that
it's like,
the range of the
I think
spell.
I think that's I think that's the
area of
range.
effect?
I don't think it would impact the original area of
And,
effect.
like,
I think that would
inferior
only affect
effect?
the distance you can teleport is what I would imagine.
that's dumb.
It's illegal.
I mean, if you could do that, you could increase the range, the
Size of a
area
fireball.
of effective fireball. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like I imagine that that
Okay,
applies
okay.
to.
I
yeah.
won't do thunder step then. What I will
Nope.
do is I'll
That's cool.
just pick up a piece of debris with my mind and yeet it at them. Whoop woof, catapult into their face.
All right. So what do I need to do?
Dexterity
That was an
saving
attack roll.
throw.
Dexterity save. Oh, come on, these guys, great.
Yeah, I figured as much.
They're stronger than they. Much like Kieran, they're stronger than they are dexterous. Although, that's a 19.
Unless.
Who are you? And what if you
Damn
jumped
it,
down?
that
Shut
does
up.
be my DC.
I'm using my new not my new one. I'm using my
failed
twin
save.
dice.
Hold
so
on. The angle that
Oh.
I'm on,
It's one of those days.
right?
Yep.
If the
Yep.
first one dodges it and it doesn't hit anything, it keeps moving until it hits something.
You know what? Sure.
Because it literally says
second
it
one fails.
moves
There you go.
in 90 feet.
No.
Okay?
I love it. Let's go. Second one failed. Roll your dice.
3K.
It literally ducked out of the way, and the other one was like, "What?"
It was like,
See, what I've got in my head is all of a sudden Nofrit comes around the fog cloud, and these two ants were converging on the fog cloud. They sort of see it, and they both, as one, do the look around.
and she just ducks behind
And
the pillar,
Nofrit
and
sort
as
of
she does this.
takes a moment to think what she's going to do, points down a little rock, and then flicks it. And you see the first ant, almost in slow motion, kind of, oh shit, bends its legs and then just jumps into the air in slow motion.
Yeah,
And the second one, who doesn't see the rock coming, just boonk in between the eyes as the other one lands.
It's like the
I love that.
mid,
I
the
am.
mid-friend dodge.
Do I? Yeah, I'm gonna use
Jumping
it.
ants.
I'm
Oh
gonna
no.
empowered spell reroll.
I don't actually think ants can jump, but yeah.
Yeah, empowered
These ones
spell reroll 2 of the dice.
If you want.
Oh fuck yeah!
Go on,
that's
spend all your
way
resources.
better. Math though, 21. Bludgeoning
21
damage
damage.
to the face.
Oh, jeez, I got the wrong bit of paper.
Guys.
What was that? That was on 4.
I rolled
yeah,
7,
okay. Do you
7,
want to describe how
7.
you finished that, Ant?
Oh fuck yeah! Yeah, this rock is like, as it's moving in slow-mo through the space, chips of it are coming off until it gets to like a spear point, and it just like digs right between the eyes, and like you see the chitin crack as its skull is the interior of its mind is exposed.
Kind of shreds all the way through it like a knife point.
Second
Collect
would
this-
approve.
And then
is
she hides
the-
behind the pillar, like fuck.
Well, there you go. Kate's just told only 6 out of the 300 types of ants can jump, so these ants are in fact special.
Aww, we love them.
All
for
right,
it.
so
That's my turn, sir.
white ants can't jump. Really? I disagree. Okay.
Bless.
And
So,
then
Fox is
with that, using an
Yep.
empowered spell, because I flicked my hand out, my palm of my back of my hand begins to glow with the earth symbol.
Yep. You got your essence going on. Okay. So that brings us to the 2 acid ants, both who are in a frenzy.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry, what?
The 2
Oh,
acid
what?
ants.
Yeah, the
Who are both in a frenzy.
Frenzy?
Kieran whipped them into a frenzy with her bonus rally.
I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Nope.
Yeah. I knew it was
So
coming.
this one.
I'm not
is
gonna
going-
like that.
This one's gonna move forward. Yeah, you are actually within range.
Oh god.
You are the one that I think is within range of them. I don't think they've got huge range on them.
I was curious about that. That's why I stayed back.
No,
I wanted
they
to
don't.
get-
I mean, they do, but it's at disadvantage if it's too far away. So this one moves to the edge of the platform, and immediately the sort of the excess sort of saliva, you can sort of see it start to ball up, and it just whips its head back before a glob of this green acid comes pooling down towards you, Sekhit. That is an 18 to hit.
I don't get a dexterity saving throw or anything.
It's an attack.
Oh.
Yep.
18 hits.
18 hits. Okay. So that is 5 points of acid damage. And it clings to you.
Oh.
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 So, yeah, the acid, as it strikes you, does that damage, and then it sticks to you, like almost kind of like a mucus, and then it just continues to burn in. That, though, I think is all it can do if it does its ranged attack. It is, but it's actually going to, weirdly, continue its movement and climb down beside you after doing its ranged. This other one, in a frenzy, is going to move over to one of the tables that it was nearby, and some of the crates. And instead of attacking you guys, it begins spraying its acid all over the tables and its contents. And that's going to be its turn.
It's getting rid of the evidence! We need to stop it! Quinn's face.
Theoretically,
hey, you know.
how long do you think your characters can hold their breath?
Well,
I
it's
can-
Frey's turn.
I can cast
no.
Frey, I got you.
We kind of gotta. We wanted answers from her, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but we also want evidence. Don't destroy the room.
Bit of a quandary, isn't it?
Frey, of all the people I have to tell don't destroy the room, I wasn't expecting it to be you.
I was expecting it to be me with fireball, but I'm controlling myself.
Oh yeah, no one suspects the gnome of burning an entire house down or anything.
No
You
one
also
expects
have a
the
level
gnome
2 slave.
cleric.
Like, he's not going to survive much. Be nice.
Oh yeah, that's oh Grit's there too. Oh, never mind. Frey's just gonna attempt to get out of the cloud, like any
Okay.
direction. She's
Are-
just
are-
trying to get
Are
out.
you going, well, any direction? You say any direction. Are you going to move forward? Are you going to run back
Forward.
from where you, okay, forward?
You're not going to
Alright,
make her
so
roll
that-
a d4 to see if she gets turned around?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, why not? It would be funny.
20. What's your movement?
I think it's the curse of 25.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you continue to move straight forward, and you are unfortunately, whilst you do reach the edge of the fog cloud, you are still technically considered inside of it. So, at 25 movement,
Mm.
yep, you
know what?
you can sort of see the light ahead of you, but you can't quite get out of the fog cloud with 25 movement.
Oh,
She's
Do
gonna
I
take
glow?
this time then
I don't glow.
to use her gift
Mm-hmm.
to make a gluttonous virtue.
Okay, cool. So do with that as you will. Are you also going to consume it?
Yep.
Okay. So for those who don't know, what does that do?
Upon consuming, you gain 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier worth of temporary hit points.
There you go.
And it's going to be a little lemon cookie.
Love
Oh,
it.
yummy.
I mean, hey, look, if you're
Yummy.
stuck within a fog cloud with nothing better to do, and you can hear the sounds of combat out there, knowing that your friends are in danger, what better time than to conjure a magical cookie and nom on it, right?
Right.
Yep.
That's basically all she can do at the moment. She can't see shit.
Yep.
That's 8 temporary hit points.
Nice. Hell yeah. That must be a max roll or something then.
Mhm.
Woof. All right. Is there anything else there, Fred?
That's it at the moment.
That's it. Okay. That is Grit and Harkison's turn. You guys hear a oof, and that's about it. Coming from the back of the
God.
chamber.
It better not.
That takes us back to the top of the combat round with Vanda.
Okay. Seeing that even Nofret can kill one of these things, they're fine.
Yep. Okay.
Vander will use his feline agility,
Lay it on me, man. Yep.
and with a burst of speed, his movement and bonus action to get right up to this fella.
Woo! Yeah, okay. And as you do approach, you can see that what it's spraying, its acid all over, is what looks like a series of bits of paper and documents and other little bits and pieces. Yes, you are correct. These ants are destroying evidence.
No.
Or destroying something important.
Let's put a stop to that.
Mm-hmm.
You still have water, right?
All right, how are you putting a stop to that, Vanda?
Oh, squish it.
I'm gonna cut its head off.
Okay, go for it.
Oh my god.
I mean, hey, it worked on the previous one, right?
It did. Oh, okay, that's better than I
Except
thought
this
it
one's
was.
gonna spew acid out of its face hole.
That's fine. It's gonna kick it.
All right.
So first attack is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. They might be small, but they're not exactly difficult to hit. They're
Oh,
not
okay.
nimble
Awesome.
at all in any way. And these ones have even less of a chitinous carapace than the other ones, so...
Ooh. "21 points of damage.
Cool. How do you want to finish this one again?
Woo!
I mean, he's a little worried
He's-
about
He's a small
about
wee
that bursty bubble at the back of it. So he's gonna go in with that same head slicing attack, but
Uh-huh.
also try and kick the body away.
Okay. I don't actually know. Yeah, it's close enough.
Playing football.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'll get you to do, because sure enough, as you do sort of separate it, Ted, and go to give it a kick, immediately its abdomen begins pulsing more rapidly and swelling, and does in fact explode in an acid burst.
Okay.
Ordinarily, you would have to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to give you advantage, purely because you were going to kick it away.
That was
As pa-
always going to be the second attack.
As part of
Boot
it. So I will allow you at advantage, which you normally wouldn't get on these.
Dirty 20.
Ah, yeah, that is enough. So, strangely enough, yeah, you managed to avoid all of the acid splatter that explodes out of this small little ant. It does affect everything within that 5 foot sort of a cube there. So it does splatter all over the table and crates around it,
Shit.
and starts burning in there as well. But you yourself take no damage at all from any of this.
Okay. I have nothing else. I can't do anything else to stop.
Spin it all to get there and kill it. Yep.
Yep.
All right. So that brings us to Kieran, who is face to face with Sekhet, and strangely enough, is not going to try and get away.
Refreshing.
Even though things have turned, she is, however, before she makes that attack, she's sort of picked herself up, from being sort of pulled down, and sees face to face with you, and she does kind of lift one of the daggers and flick it around before pointing she's got a reverse grip, and she points a finger at you, and you just sort of feel these arcane tendrils just sort of reach into you a little bit before she then flips it and goes to attack you.
Okay.
What is her thingy? Her? I have not got it written down. Of course I haven't. Well, it's over 20, so...
It hits.
Oh, she's got a +6. There it is. I knew it was somewhere.
Uh-oh.
That hits. Okay, cool. So, she slices into you this wee dagger, which is 7 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, actually, no, it's more than that. My apologies. It's more than 7, because she just put a mark on you, so that's 9.
Double dirty 20, sorry, for the Constitution saving throw.
Dirty 20? Okay, so you take reduced acid damage down to 1. So it would have been, what did I say, 7 or 9 points of piercing?
Said
which
9 points of piercing.
Yeah, 9, which is reduced to half, so we'll go 4, because rounding down. And then 1 point of acid, so 5 all up. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
She
gosh.
does not have her, that was her bonus action and her action. Yeah, no, that's it. She's going to stand toe to toe with you with it. That is Kieran. I'm gonna now remove that fog because it is gone. Because she cast a different concentration spell.
Did they leave us?
No, we had a oof.
Did they get kidnapped?
You heard a muffled woof at the back of the room. Right, that brings us to this fella. And if the fog cloud gone, this one is momentarily like, and
I heard my scorpion was by the door.
is it by this door or is it by the other door?
The other door.
Okay, cool. Well, we will address that in a bit because do you have mental communication with it?
No.
Okay, then we're gonna have to figure out what happened to your scorpion.
Ah!
No!
Okay.
Shut up, Robert.
They
Yeah, it can't
Made.
quite make it even at a dash. So it is, after it lands from its jump, this thing is going to skitter up to Nofrit,
Oh shit!
hell no.
I hold my quarter
Um,
staff. Ah!
and it's immediately going to lash out with its pincers
Okay, come at me, bro.
with a natural one. It's not even.
Ooh.
I think in that moment it looks
It-
like
Yeah.
Nofrit's
Yeah.
really
It
skillfully
doesn't have an
bats
ally,
away.
so it doesn't get its pack tactics.
Yeah!
It didn't
Oh,
connect.
shit.
It didn't connect with its bite, so it doesn't get a stinger attack. That is literally its turn because I failed.
Nofrit feels
Everything
cool.
it's got is a rider on something else. Okay, so that brings us to Second. what a horrible turn.
Okay, so
It
I'm
happens.
going to feel the little acid guy
Oh.
come up behind me.
Also, just as a note, start of your turn, you take another point of acid damage.
Fuck.
As the acid that had been spat at you kind of burns and singes into you a bit more.
Delicious. It makes me even more angry, and I'm going to use my bonus action to shoot at the
Yep.
acid dude.
Oh, okay, the one behind you. Gotcha.
So he needs to roll the Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, which he's not good at. Ah, never mind. I rolled a natural 3. Yep, cool. Now we're rolling properly. All right. That's it.
Hello,
That's it.
DM. Welcome
Hello.
back.
How you going? I'm back now. I've stopped rolling well. We're back to we're back
Are you
to
rolling the
nuisance
dice
city.
I bought you?
No, I'm actually rolling my my Quinn dice that I got on that Kickstarter.
Oh.
I'm terrified.
I don't know if it actually shows up properly. On
So
my
that's 4 damage, and it's blinded.
okay. Blinded. Ooh, can these things be blinded?
Good question.
Well, it's got blind sight, so maybe. But yeah, anyway, sorry.
I suppose it would be it ruled on what it actually sees through. So, like, if it's blind sight through the eyes, then
Yeah, that's all right. We're going to rule it as blinded because if it had something like tremor sense or something, I'd allow it. But blind sight, I mean, blind sight does allow it to fight when it's blind, but it doesn't matter. We'll deal with that if it gets another turn.
cool. And Kieran, does she take because she's grappled still because she didn't roll to break the grapple?
Oh, she's still. I thought it was a grapple. If you pulled it, that was it. I didn't realize she
No,
stayed grappled.
She stays grappled because the way
Oh.
that works is every turn, if she was even further away, it brings her closer 10 feet.
Okay, because you weren't doing the ranged attack, you were doing the ranged grapple, and she
Yeah.
stays grappled. Okay, cool. I thought it was just the one turn. Grab and pull. Gotcha. Then no, she did not break the grapple.
Does
She's
that
still
mean
able-
I have advantage to hit her?
Yeah, that's what grappling does, yes.
Just wanted to double check.
No, good checking. Always best to check.
Good check. Solid check.
Good thing to look for.
Does a 27 connect?
With Kieran? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I got my when do I get the
Brutal critical?
yeah,
That's like.
because I got a
9 or something,
19.
isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, enhanced. Yeah, crit range. Yeah.
Oh well. So now I get to roll my damage.
Yeah.
She
By the way,
deserves this.
the other concentration spell she put was Hunter's Mark she put on you.
That's
That
why
was
she
what,
got
the
an
extra
extra
damage.
damage.
Yeah, that was where the extra damage came from. And why Fog Cloud dropped.
$16 points of damage.
Which is exactly what she's got left. How do you want to finish off Kieran Spindlebarn?
Oh,
Aw, damn it! No questions. That's alright. Unless you say it's non-lethal.
No, she blinded me. That's...
she died.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
lethal.
She deserves it.
This is Vixen killing Vixen, by the way.
Yeah, she was my
Aw.
character in the slave fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like eyeball her,
Uh-huh.
just smile and slide my sword in between her chest plate and
Ooh.
just push and pin her to the ground. Twist
Okay.
and rip out so that it actually pulls out more damage.
Yep. On the way out. I love it.
Yeah.
So as she goes to the ground, your snake sort of unwinds and you start removing that great sword out, almost kind of giving that soaring motion to remove extra parts of her vital organs, knowing that she's already dead and you're just rubbing.
Yeah.
She starts reverting back to that half-elven form, and you can kind of hear the hissing of her pierced lungs, and you get this very, very faint as she passes.
Faint what? You
Oh,
cut
did
it.
I-
Almost all
Did
of
it
that.
pass out? Okay. You hear a very, very faint queen
No,
As it
it
passes
dipped in
out.
the middle.
for the queen.
For the queen?
Yeah. You get a very, very faint, whispered, ragged for the queen.
For the queen? What the fuck is that in reference to?
So that was my first attack.
That was your first attack. Yep.
I'm
that
going
one's
to.
dying.
I want to swing around and batter like I'm doing a baseball bat. Just
Swing,
smack
batter.
at the acid ant.
Go for it. Okay, and also now that you have fought this thing and experienced this range attack, if you ever come up against these things again, I will straight up let you know. You can use your reaction after it does its ranged acid spit to wipe the acid
Oh, no,
off.
thank you.
Oh, good to know.
I'm only letting you know because you've now experienced it.
So I do a swing batter with a natural 20.
Yes!
Go! Natural 20, baby! I mean, you're probably not even going to have to roll your damage, but roll it anyway because it's always satisfying.
Thanks for the work.
Always satisfying. Yeah, you guys have mopped up this encounter pretty easily.
Yeah, but there's more to this encounter.
I don't like that our besties have gone missing.
And you would notice that immediately, bro.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, should be.
25.
25 damage?
Yes.
How do you want to finish this thing off?
I just want to, like, with the momentum of that swing, just, like, lift it up off its feet, slice it in half, and send it, like, flying.
It's no talking to that dead. Alright.
Alright.
an ant.
It's
This
an
was an ant.
I
ant.
was mad, yo.
Yep.
Frey doesn't do
I was
speak with
mad,
the dead.
Yeah, so yeah, as you smash this this thing that's the size of a cat, your acid's still dripping from its mandibles, and slice it and start sending it flying away. There is that moment as its abdomen pulses a little bit more, grows, swells, and explodes. You do need to make a dexterity saving throw. And just because for flavor, and I gave it to him, and he said he was knocking it away, and you're doing the same thing, we'll give it to you at advantage.
Well, I already have danger sense, so...
Well, there you go.
Nofret's gonna have to shake Frey at some point. Be like, you need to talk with the dead. It's Frey
Uh,
can't use it.
19?
don't
Yeah,
know
you make
your
the save.
spells.
The acid explodes out of it and covers everything within a certain range around you, but all of the acid just somehow miraculously misses you, or you just kind of block it with the big sword, and it just kind of rolls off this magical weapon with no
I
effect.
see it, like, plating up on MasterChef. The green just, like, circles the edge of the plate. Like, tasty sauce on the outside.
We'll go with that. all right. Was there anything else there, Sekit?
I'm
gonna
going
wipe
to look back towards Nofret and just use my movement to get as close to her as I can,
Okay.
Loves you too.
which is
Yeah.
40.
Well, there we go.
We're still in combat.
Yeah, there's still
Yeah,
one.
we have the ant that's right in front of you.
Oh, right.
Yep. So yeah, you can do your movement, which will bring us to Nofrit. Yeah, and
Okay.
it tried to take a nibble at you.
Ooh.
You just hear
Um,
this dum, 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 dum.
Okay. I'm just I'm leading into the physicality of Norfred more. And because I kind of like flavored that she blocked him with her stick a little bit, she's
Yep.
just gonna say, "Get away from me!" And she's gonna use her quarterstaff to spin, but as she does, she casts gust, and it's almost like the snake head for a second comes alive on the quarterstaff and breathes the air out and tries
I
to
love that.
push the.
All right.
I love
So this is
that.
the first
Yeah.
time that the snake head would like wake for her,
Actually awaken. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but it's just for like
Very
a.
good. All right.
Um,
So you'll have to make a strength save or something.
Yeah, I forget how gust works. I don't. That's what I haven't written down. On my list. It's like the
It
one I
doesn't
used.
matter. There's a natural 4, so.
Oh fuck yeah.
Regardless of what saving throw it is.
Yeah. Then you get pushed. 5. Yeah, you get pushed 5 feet away from me.
Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, you just get away from me for a second.
Yep. Oh, you know what? It sees the swing coming, and it thought, you know what? This tactic worked last time, so it bends its legs and jumps again. And unfortunately, as the snake head opens, it just pushes it back, and you see this thing go tumbling backwards, and it's like, oh, I failed.
I'm embarrassing it. And then
Humiliation.
I'm going to do something different with my thing. I'm gonna expend my charged ruin from my hand. Like, as I finish the quarterstaff spin, I let go with the end and press my hand to my chest, and I will give myself enhanced constitution.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say constipation.
Enhanced
Enhanced
constipation.
constipation. Coming soon to a D&D sourcebook near you.
And
Okay.
that's just until my next
So
round.
fair.
But still, I am enhanced. So for
Alright,
a
was
second,
that your-
it's like Frey for a second is like an after image of Nofret looking like muscular, and then it's back to normal.
I love that. All right. I love that. Projected image of what could be. Okay, cool. Is that your
Nofret
turn
looking
then?
That's
Hold
my
it, right.
turn.
All right, so that brings us to Frey.
Oh,
That
Frey's
felt like the
nervous at
flavor.
moment because she doesn't see.
Grit
she
or
doesn't see
Harkison?
Grit or Harkison. She's panicked,
Mhm.
so she's going to grip her sickle even
Mm-hmm.
harder than she already has, and she's going to move to attack the ant.
Okay. Move in and make your attack.
Say natural 20 to hit.
Christ.
My
Um,
God!
Yeah, that hits then.
320s?
Far out. This game, man.
This game. It's bloody intense it is.
That
Yep.
is 10 damage.
10
And
Yeah, that's
on a
just
crit.
one.
What,
So
what were you using?
We're using the radiant blade.
Okay, so that does max damage plus you roll
Yeah.
again, right?
Oh, I gotta roll again. Oh,
You automatically do max damage.
okay.
Then you get to roll your dice, and then you add your modifier.
It's
so
20
you
damage.
Yeah, I was about to say you should be
Yeah,
doing
it's 20
minimum 10.
My bad, I'm sorry.
Absolute minute. No, I think you'd be
I'm
doing minimum 14. I think with that
Yeah,
weapon.
that's 20 damage.
Okay, how do you want to finish this thing?
She's just wanting to.
They
get it
literally all
over
had
and
like
done
13
with.
health.
It's basically with the momentum of her swing, she's literally going to stop
Mhm.
and then basically pull the sword out, or
Yep.
the sickle out, and then start running towards the door. She just
Oh,
wants
okay.
to, she wants to see where they are.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so the rest of you see, her sort of lightsaber sickle through this, and it drops, and then she immediately books it. And it is at that point the rest of you then notice that there is no Grit or Harkison at the entrance of the chamber. At this point, I would also say, Vanda, right now, you're probably about the only one who really notices what's going on with what the acid ant was doing.
Yeah,
So,
we don't know
in
about
this
that.
moment, guys, what are you doing?
Vanda's trying to clear the acid off the documents.
How are you doing that?
He's going to try scraping it off with his dagger, and if that doesn't work, he's going to be using the water as well to dilute it.
Okay.
Seket's gonna book it out after Frey.
Okay. We'll get you to do a sleight of hand check, just because that's fun, to see how much and how quickly you can remove some of this acid.
21.
21. Yeah, this acid, it's relatively sticky, and it does burn, but it is pretty easy to then kind of remove. There is a
Vanda's not
lot...
trying to be careful. He'll
Yeah,
take damage if it means clearing it off faster.
Oh, okay. All right. But there is a lot of stuff here that's already been damaged. These guys have obviously only recently gotten down here, but they started their work and were being relatively efficient. So a lot... Oh, you can actually see as you're doing this, there is a lot of stuff that is already mostly destroyed. 21. So let me just roll a thing. Okay, cool. You actually do save quite a bit of content there. All right. So, Sekit, you're booking it. What's your movement again?
40.
God damn.
Okay. Now, we know that your scorpion was out by the front.
Yes.
Right? Was Slanderous there too, or was Slanderous with Sekit?
Slanderous is just attached to Seket like another armband at the moment.
Okay. What is your... yeah, can you make a perception check for your scorpion for me, Nofrit?
Okay. Where's Heditet? He does a perception, which is based in... Oh, no. His passive is
Oh,
9.
no.
If that's...
9? Okay.
It would be... What? Wisdom?
That is not your spy bird.
Not my spy bird,
No.
that's for sure. He got...
Just watch.
5.
5. Okay. So... Let me just...
He's not my spy bird or my spy rat. The rat is also very good. The scorpion is for pincing people and poisoning. Like, bet, bet, bet.
So, before we go any further, your scorpion takes 15 points of slashing damage.
It turns into a wooden idol on the floor.
I thought it had more health than that. I
It,
thought
ha-
what?
it has 8 health.
It's had a lot
After
of
the
damage
last
at the
fight.
moment.
That's right. I hadn't recorded the damage it had taken. I
No,
only
it had
recorded
taken
its max.
damage, so it had 8.
That's right.
So it falls asleep, it turns into an idol. And it's
Okay.
inert.
So yeah, because I was going to say in that case, what we can do is before we do anything else, we'll be able to deal with what it sees and what it does. But no, it was taken by surprise.
Oh, it
because it's
did.
bad perception. It's taken out.
It's okay, Heditet, you still did really good.
Nofrit, what are you doing? Because whilst we're not really in combat, there are things going on. So we're still going to do it on a 1-by-1 basis. What are you doing, Nofrit?
Vander! What are you doing?
I'm
Grit
trying
and
to save things.
Harkison! They've been taken!
Well, go get them!
And I stand there, not knowing whether to leave or...
Okay.
And I just wait for him to get close to me. And when he gets close
Vanda's
to
not
me,
moving.
Okay,
well, I'm
Yep.
waiting for you.
cool. In that case, Frey, you're booking it out?
Norfolk's
Yep,
getting
she's
sick of
still-
people telling her she needs to do...
She's gonna yell. She's gonna yell back to Seket, being like, "We don't know where they are."
Okay, and you're going to keep running?
Yep.
10, okay. So, I know how long that corridor is going to be before you get anywhere. That's cool. Sekit, what are you doing? Oh, no, Vanda next, but that's fine. We'll do, yeah.
I'm going to nod, like, hearing what Frey said, and just go faster and just be dashing.
Actually, I was about to say, yeah, that's a good point. Are you going to dash, Frey?
Oh, she's frantic.
Okay,
At the
in
moment,
which
she
case,
would be
on your
dashing.
next turn, you will get out to the next chamber. And you're dashing, are you, Sekit?
Yep, so 18 movement speed.
Jesus.
Tally ho!
You will get to the next chamber this turn, but before we deal with that, Vander?
He's still trying to make sure that there's no more damage being done.
Okay, I will say that the acid doesn't last long. So it requires a continuous application to continue to destroy things. So by having successfully removed what you did last time, the stuff that you have saved is not in any more danger from this.
Looking up at Nofret just standing there,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna say, "Go! I need to make sure nothing comes and destroys these. I'll stay here. You go get them." I'm not moving.
Okay. In which case, I will. Yeah. What is your response to that, Nofret?
Hetty, through Seket's eyes, loses the feeling of Nofret's presence as I cast distance spell to then be able. Am I within like 30 feet of him ish? Oh, that's actually quite fucking far.
It's quite a distance.
It's like a touch spell normally.
Yeah, it's 50 feet between you, so you can get to 20 feet.
Yeah, I do. I run towards it. Just at least let me. And then I cast from a distance. Allied footsteps, and so
So
we
what's
know
the
where
range?
each other is.
So what is the range on that normally?
It's usually a touch spell, but if it's a touch spell that uses distance spell, it becomes 30 foot.
Okay, which, yeah, you are within 30 feet. Okay, cool. And that's going
And
to
then
be what you're doing?
Turn around and book it.
Okay. Well, I mean,
10
that was
feet.
your movement here. Really.
Oh,
Okay.
split the party up and scared.
I had
So-
10 feet of running back. Wait, yeah,
Two,
you know where I am
three.
now,
okay.
in like a not creepy way.
I am just keeping track of some stuff. Right, so... Sekit,
Yes.
let me just set this up. We're going to change scenes.
Oh yeah, welcome to the gauntlet.
This was the previous room you were in. So I'm going to remove everybody else.
Definitely,
Well,
I definitely
I'd set this up.
cast allied footsteps on you.
Yes.
So Sekit, you'll get
No,
to about there.
Definitely cast it on Hedy as well, which means I'm supposed
Yes.
to be missing
Grit.
that as well. So we haven't had a long rest.
Is here. Harkison is here. And standing, holding Grit up by the neck.
No!
No! fucking
You
way,
fuckface!
fucking
Oh, I
rat.
hate him! Oh, let's kill him! Let's
So
kill him!
Sekit, you come charging into this chamber, and you see the very large form of Feruz Marat with his one arm just holding Grit by the neck up off the ground, waiting for somebody to come running out of that door. You also see just off behind him Harkison in his human form that you first met him in, bleeding out on the ground, a pool of blood around him.
No!
You can't see any injury on him. You just see that he is messed up. And Grit is currently choking. And Marat is very calmly just looking at you. Now, because you dashed, you don't really have an action here, but you have a bonus action if you still want.
I do. But it's been did I could take acid damage?
You only took it that one turn. Like I say, it's not a persistent burn. It's not that strong of an acid. It's burns hard initially.
Am I still angry
I-
from the fight? That's what I'm trying to work out.
You want to know if you're still raging.
Yes.
Rules is written, I would say no.
That's okay. I can't actually.
Yeah.
But
you would unleash your beam of light, right?
Anyway.
Yeah.
So it was only 30 minutes.
Yep. No, yeah, I would say no. Unfortunately, your rage has ended. Whilst I was still doing a combat order, you guys sort of need to be hitting things, is the way the
Yeah.
rage is supposed to work, so yeah.
Or get hit or damaged.
Yep. So, this moment as you come charging in, anything you want to say or do?
Drop him!
So what I'm going to do is we're going to carry that over from there. Frey, you would be not far behind, but you are also dashing. And you'd come charging in alongside. And you also see this. At Sekhet saying drop him, Marat just smiles at you.
That is
Frey Elise,
really all I can do.
what do you want to do?
Wait, wasn't I dashing?
You were, so you've spent your action to get here.
Oh.
But if there's anything else you want to do,
You have a bonus action.
you have a bonus action to do something, if you want to, before we move back to the others.
I don't think that I have a bonus action.
Okay.
You don't have any bonus action spells?
One
Now, what did we have as initiative for you guys in the previous one? Because I haven't got it here anymore.
I had 7.
14.
27.
14. I'll just continue that over.
Yep.
And Frey was.
Really want a
4.
meta pigeon.
I would love to have a better initiative, but you know, life goes on, so.
I would
Who
like
doesn't? We
someone
might
to
die.
communicate what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
I was
Somebody
just saying I'd
communicate.
love someone to communicate what's going on.
I mean, I did yell drop him.
Yep.
And
That
that
and
would
there's
have
a
carried into the other room, wouldn't it?
yeah, it's a big
That would have been
room.
like a.
Because it was my big, scary barbarian voice as well, that trying to be all
We
authoritarian. and
literally
stuff.
let ourselves get bushwhacked. You know, like we could have barricaded that door. We could have. I don't know. Thanks, Explotiva. We might TPK for my affiliate anniversary.
I will add Noffrit and Vanda in so I can get them.
Or are we fine,
here as
team?
well.
We fine? How are you guys? Are you fine?
Yeah, I still got 50 hit points.
Vanda was
I'm good.
27. What were you
Out of
Noffrit? What did you
74.
have? Initiative? Sorry.
I don't have any bonus action spells, and I don't think Frey would.
Vander was a 27 or something.
Yep. And what did you have?
Oh, me. I had 7.
That's right. Cool. So
Well, 6
I
if you want to.
think Frey would actually use the ring, the earring, because what she's seeing right now, she'd just be seeing red at the moment.
okay.
No, why does
So,
Fizz have such a good...
Vanda, back in the other room. What are you doing? Still guarding that?
If the documents are no longer getting damaged, he
I-
would be starting to collect them.
Okay.
Put
All
them in
right.
some sort of pouch.
There is enough that it would effectively take you 2 rounds of collecting just to get the base level of things. If you are wanting more, it will take you more time. If you want the stuff that was just on this table in this area, that's going to take you this round and next round.
That's fine.
Okay.
The earrings have 150 foot range, right? Is that what we ended
Yep.
up with? So Vander can't hear Frey right now?
No, but Nofrit might
could.
be able to hear that, and then you could. Okay.
Did Frey
Well-
say anything?
No, she didn't.
No. I don't
She-
think-
No, it was just my roar of let him
Yeah,
go.
it was just like let go,
Yeah.
but very.
So upon seeing Frey run back in, you kind of get this smile from Farouz. He looks at her and then looks at you second, kind of like, You must have been the other gnome. Happy to see this other face. Do you really want me to drop him? And he
Pick on someone your
slams.
own size.
He
Like,
slams Grit face down into the ground. And then stands back up, holding him, Grit choking, and you can sort of see that part of Grit's face has been smashed in.
is he looking like he's breathing and scrabbling backwards, or?
He's struggling to breathe. Murad is not only smashing him, he's actually choking him out.
Oh, fuck.
That will, in the order, bring us to Sekhit, though.
Can we also... It's nearly 7. Are you
I know.
okay to keep going? I want to kill him so bad. But
I want to
I
kill
know
him
you have
so
to put
bad.
your baby to bed at some point.
They're not home yet, so maybe we can push it a little bit further.
Okay, let's go. Quick,
As
let's
people
go.
if people are happy to keep going, I'm happy to keep going, but let me know the moment you have to go. Okay?
Okay.
Yep, it's no problem at all. But yeah, Sekhit, what are you doing? So it was why I was trying to roll through the last combat as fast as I could, because I was like, no, I know what's coming. I know what's coming. Come on.
I'm gonna charge up to him and rage because he's a little piece of shit.
Okay. Roll your rage dice.
It's always so exciting seeing what I'll get.
Yeah. It's like an angry box of chocolates.
Glad I downloaded the Hades music for this. This feels like the vibe.
What'd you download?
Some of the Hades music.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Alrighty, I rolled a 7, which flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until my rage ends. The ground within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain for my enemies.
Good.
Understood. Cool.
And I'm going to reckless attack this guy because he's made me really,
Wait,
really
you can...
angry.
Oh, you can just get to him. That's incredible.
Yes, I
Yep.
can.
Okay. So make your attacks.
You better not be one of these rats I would hold up, Grid. You better not.
He already is.
Using Grid
He's
as
a
a
little
shield?
rad.
Oh, who would think to do that?
Oh yeah, not that rat.
Damn it, I so wish I had brutal critical. I rolled another 19.
Very nice.
So 19 plus 8.
Yeah, 27.
Yes.
It's gonna hit.
Cool. Glad that hits.
I'm so glad that we can all hate an enemy together instead of being like, oh, what if? It's just... I'm so
17.
glad.
17 damage.
Yes.
Okay. He is going to react because, yes, funnily enough, him holding Grid is not just to piss you off.
Oh, you fucking rat.
So what was the damage you did?
17.
17. So he swings Grit across like a club to absorb half of that damage.
Oh, little shit.
Yep.
As he does that, can I use my reaction to try and wrestle Grit out of his hand? While using my other attack to slash at his arm.
I would say you probably want to do that as like an attack or a grapple to do that. Because you're trying to do 2 attack actions really there by trying to wrestle him out or while attacking and doing the damage. Sounds like the home. So you can attack him and hope you can maybe force him to drop Grit, or you can attempt to hit him to try and knock him down, but it'll probably be to reduce damage.
Hi, Gammy. Yeah, Quinista's
I
gonna
want
TPK us for
to-
my anniversary.
I would like to try and attack him in such a way that it goes for his one and only, usable arm.
Yep. So
Um,
cold shot.
And yeah, cold shot, still reckless because I'm mad, and
Okay,
even
so-
madder.
So that does up his AC because it's a cold shot.
Yeah. $24.
24. Damn. That's enough. Yep, that'll hit.
Reckless is so good.
Uh-huh. Only just enough because of the up AC because of the cold shot.
Yeah, I figured it would be pretty
Hmm.
high, but I want to try and disarm him.
Ah, because he already has one arm. Just keep coming. It's funny. I'm stressed.
18 damage.
And Robert's like, oh, nothing's happening. It's fine. I don't know about it.
This is fine. What are
As
you talking
far as
about?
he's concerned, it was probably just some ants that grabbed them. And they're
Yeah.
not really a big deal.
Yeah, they're easily.
What did you say?
Yep.
18? Was that the damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So you strike him, and Marat doesn't really give out much of a reaction, as opposed, like, your blade bites into his arm, and he does kind of go with the strike to try and minimize that damage, whilst also spinning away from the attack. It hits. He does the damage, and I'm going to make a check for him at disadvantage to see if he then drops grit. He does. He drops grit and then just continues to turn before coming back to around to face you.
Excellent. I'm just going to grin at him.
Cool. So that would bring us to Nofrit. Nofrit, you are back in the other room. What do you want to do?
Do I hear what's going on in the room ahead of me?
You might have heard a little bit of an echo of Sekhet.
What?
You might not have necessarily heard what was said, but you would have definitely heard an angry yell from your sister.
I'm gonna keep running towards the door.
Okay, so if you are dashing, I've already worked it out. It's going to take you 3 turns, including this one, to get into this.
3 turns?
You are halfway across the chamber. To get into the thick of this, to get to this point, you got this turn and then 2 more.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yep.
say, Vander, I really think you should come as I run. And I'm gonna do my dash.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to be like, Vander, please, like, yeah. That's
Roll a
gonna,
persuasion.
that's, okay. All right, I'll persuade your ass.
I've put a number under both yours and Vander's icon. That is how many turns at dashing it would take you respectively to get there. Vander, of course, can go faster, which is why it's 3. But if he uses feline agility, then we'll
You
reduce that.
hear the pleading in her voice with a 26.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Say less.
Okay.
She's like, we are a small team. We're fucking sticking together, man.
Last time someone
Alright.
went off on their own, they died.
Yeah,
I'm going off on my
literally.
own.
All right. So that's your check. Is that your turn, Nofrit? I'm gonna keep moving.
Yep.
Yep.
I've got
Okay.
till the end of bath time.
Okay. Cool. No worries. Freya Elise. We're gonna get as much of
She's
this
just
sorted as we
gonna-
can then.
She's gonna
Thanks,
immediately
girl.
cast. She's gonna channel divinity, and she's going to use Touch of
Ooh.
Winter with it.
All right. So what's that doing?
Basically, every hostile creature within the affected area must make a dexterity saving throw. And the damage type is cold.
Okay. What's the affected area?
It is a 20-foot radius in a space you can see within 30 feet.
Okay, and that's every affected creature. That's not just enemies.
Hostile.
Hostile. Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh.
hostile creature.
So Harkus
Gotcha.
is still not hostile, by the way.
No, he's dead.
Harkison is not much of anything right now.
No, no, I
Fucking
believe.
dying.
I believe.
He got a 19 on his save. So I'm not sure what that means for him, but you let me know.
That was a save.
Yep. So what does that do?
A successful save reduces the damage by half and prevents
Okay.
the application.
Okay.
So it is.
So do the damage.
So it's 17 damage and just half that. Oh,
Okay.
plus my cleric level and radiant damage. Oh.
Which is 6.
Which is
So-
6, so 3. No, 6.
All right. So this radiating wave of winter comes out from you and affects Marat. Cool. Is that your turn? You got more in you?
She's going to attempt to move to Hawkinson.
Okay. So
Like, just in a
you got
way where,
25,
like-
10, 15, 20, 25. You can get about halfway across the room.
Mhm.
Okay. That's your turn?
That's
All right. At the end of your turn, Marat,
Fuck. He has layer actions?
lair actions. No, we're not at the top of the initiative yet. He's going to do what D&D calls legendary actions.
Mhm.
The music
and he is
kicked in at the
going.
right moment.
Have we ever fought someone with legendary actions?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Not even anyone in the Bastion had legendary. There
Nope.
was layer actions there.
Some of them had some special effects,
Yeah.
but no, you have not fought anything with a legendary action yet. He is going to take his turn to ignore you altogether, Sekhet, and to just drive his iron shod boot down onto a prone Grit.
No,
He attacked someone within 5 foot of me, so I'm going to have a smacky smack.
Go for it. Grit lets out one hell of a gasp for his body convulses.
Is that still reckless? Because I reckless last turn. This turn.
I don't know how that's supposed to work for like an opportunity or one of those style of attacks. I'm always tempted to say no because it just feels, I don't know. Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. It's one of those wonky things that it's kind of like I could, but then it makes it even more powerful than it should be. I don't know. Yeah,
I rolled a 17 anyway, so plus 8 is.
that hits.
By the way that it's written, no. Because
No.
it does specifically say during this turn.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if he was thinking of moving, he can't move.
Isn't that the other version of Sentinel? If he attacks somebody, I don't know if that opportunity attack does the movement to 0, does it? I think that's only if he's moving away.
It just says when you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, its speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Okay, cool. No worries. Do the damage.
Okay. 17.
17. Okay, cool. Your weapon bites into him again. Alright. So that's his legendary action done, which brings us to Grit's turn. Now, fortunately, Grit needs to make a saving throw, which he does, but he still takes damage, so that's 2 failed death saves. As Sekhet, you're standing there and you actually watch weirdly like more blood start pouring out of his nose and his mouth than would ordinarily be accounted for. That then brings us to Vander.
What if his gift is that he's the fucking bullet. No, that doesn't work because he ran out with
Vander?
all the blood,
Or
guys.
did he?
Well,
Does he?
It
I
could be
mean,
an
he ran
illusion
out at
of
the
him
back.
running. Could be somebody else's illusion with him running,
Ooh.
and he's.
Okay, we can theorize afterwards. Just kill the
Yep,
man now. Let's
theorize
kill the man.
afterward. Yeah, we've
we
got
just
limited
gotta kill
time.
the
Let's
man.
go.
Kill him.
hearing the plea in Nofrit's voice, Vander is going to stash what he has.
Yep.
And book it.
Okay.
Feline agility, movement,
Cool.
action, bonus action. What is that? 30, 60, 90, 180 feet.
All right. So you'll be in here next turn.
He's past me.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes
that's
that
cool,
takes
that's
it
cool,
from
that's
3
cool,
down to
that's
1.
cool. How much past me is he?
Yes. I don't know. I'm not working that out. That's
Yeah.
more math that I need to do.
Quite.
Quite a bit.
You can go 60?
Yep.
But I was already. And then I went 60 from.
All right. So next up. Yep. Okay. Cool. Sekit and Freyalis, I need you both to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Does my danger sense kick in?
This is something being cast by an unseen source.
Oh,
So no.
No.
18.
No, not this time. 18? Woo! Yeah, cool. 18's. That's a save.
19.
That's a save. Holy
Okay,
shit.
let's go.
Well, hell me. Okay, alright. So, give me a sec. So, the part of the room you're standing in that clips you, Sekit, explodes into fire as a fireball is unleashed just behind you. You both save, so the
Copycat.
damage is reduced to 11.
What?
There was a fireball that got unleashed behind them.
Yeah.
Yep. And they both saved, so the damage got reduced to 11.
who the fuck is that?
That then brings us to Faruz.
No, I
um,
don't want him to have a turn.
No turns.
No
Legal.
turns for
So-
fools.
He is, with his now free arm, Sekit, just going to punch you.
Come at me.
It's a 22 to hit. Oh, actually, he gets advantage.
Aim at me.
Cool. That, still 22. Okay, so he does 12 points of bludgeoning damage as his fist connects.
Down to 6.
Yep. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Actually, I need you to make a Constitution and a Strength saving throw.
So that's a 10 on the Constitution saving throw.
Okay, you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, he sneezed on his knuckles.
Bitch.
Ew.
Oh my god.
How's the other save?
What was the what was the other one? The strength.
Strength.
Saving throw.
Yep.
14.
14. You are unfortunately knocked down from the force of the hit. He's knocked you prone.
Oh shit.
He's really trained that one arm of his.
And he now gets to follow that up with an attack still at advantage.
Fuck.
And with the advantage, I got a natural 20.
Oh no.
No! Don't kill her! Don't kill. She's pregnant. It's not gonna go well for you, Quinn, if you kill her right now.
So that's 24 points of bludgeoning damage as his fist cracks into you again.
Down to 12, right?
Yes, that's not magical. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I fucking hate this.
15? Oh.
Yep, 15.
So this is still part of the crit. Which isn't halved because it's necrotic. So that's... But you do halve it because it was part of... Okay, it goes here. I'll work out the damage first.
Whenever he wants to kill one of our characters, it's...
13 points of necrotic damage.
13.
13.
Exactly. And nothing's
Yes.
reduced.
That is reduced.
That brings me to 0.
Oh
I had
Wow.
13 health points left.
No!
And so after punching you while you are down prone on the ground,
Wait, do
He
I still
stands
have
up.
the wisps going?
just sort of shakes his knuckles of the blood that's on it, looks at you, Frey, and grins, before he then kicks you, Sekhet, for his third attack.
No, fuck off!
So that's one failure.
If he hits, it's an auto crit, so that's 2, because you're in melee.
Yep, I'm prone in melee, so that's 2
It's an-
failures.
18 to hit. Does that hit?
Yep, that
That's-
hits. My armor
that-
class is 17.
That's 2 failed death saves. And he has a bonus action, but he's not going to use it. Well, he is, but he's not going to use it on this. Which brings us to Sekhet. Now, Sekhet,
Do you not still have you have a DM luck dice from the other time that we right? You
First
still have
off-
that dice.
first off, death saving throw, please.
16.
That's a save. That's 1 save. However, I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15. I will tell you the DC now.
How did the music light up again? This is so tense.
12.
So your body lying on the ground,
DM luck
pummeled
dice.
from him.
DM luck dice. Do you have one? You still
I
have
do
yours.
have 1 inspiration. Can I use that to reroll?
That is a re-roll. If you want to use it.
Or save it for a
Yep.
death save. I don't know. Up to you.
I mean, a Constitution
If she
saving throw
fails
will
this,
be a.
That is a
Yeah,
failed
save.
death. That is a failed save.
Sister.
That's a little better. That's 19.
Okay.
Which is the save.
Oh, thank.
So, blood starts pouring out of your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and your ears. But thankfully, whatever is afflicting you with this condition does not kill you here and now. That's the end of your turn. Which does bring us to Murat, because he's going to now take an action. Where he's just going to step over you. And start making his way to Frey. Before just grinning and turning and launching another kick at you, Sekhet.
Good.
That's a 24 to hit.
Good.
So his blow connects with your head, and you just... And Frey, you feel the impact as you watch Sekhet's body just go completely limp. And Murat just starts walking away.
You.
You fucking shit.
Harkison hasn't moved this entire fight. Grit, since being pummeled into the ground, has not moved. And Sekhet, unfortunately, has just drawn her last breath. Nofrit, it is your turn.
Why do you phrase it like that?
Oh,
Is Vander within 30 feet of me? I'm running.
By the end of your run, he will be.
I grab him by the back of his fur, and I cast Thunderstep distance spell. I move 180 feet, both of us, into the fucking room.
Sure, we'll go about there.
And I
In
let
fact,
go.
probably anywhere you want to be in the room, you can be with 180 feet.
There is a lot of thunder damage that happens in that other room. I don't know if it caves in, but you know. It's a lot of noise. It's 3d10. Do you want me to roll for how much damage I do to the other room? Is it starting to cave in?
No,
Who knows?
let's not bother
Cool,
with
cool,
that.
cool,
Let's
cool.
just focus on what we're doing here.
I just scream, sister! And it's like, I don't know what the fuck else to do. That's, I don't have bonus action heals. I can't move any closer. I'm gonna fucking, I don't know, man. I'm gonna bonus action make a, no I'm not. I literally just stand there and scream. That's my turn.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
You've been a wonderful audience.
Frey.
At least I'm in a cushion of beautiful flowers that are just slowly sinking back into like my body.
Yep, that are slowly receding across the stone floor back into the motionless form of Sekid. Yep.
Frey's gonna book it to stick at the spotty.
Yep.
Ah. I don't have the components.
What do you need? What do
I
you
don't
need? What do you need?
I don't have the components.
What do you need?
I don't have diamonds worth 300 GP.
Are you sure? You always have so much.
I have
Money.
100. I have 184 gold.
So, here and absolutely honestly, Frey, would you, before having left Cascorn, doing any of your stuff in any of the preparation you did in your downtime, if you had access to this spell, would you have prepared the components for it, or would that not have been something that would have occurred to Frey? Be absolutely honest with yourself. Is this something Frey would have prepared beforehand?
Being 100% honest,
Uh-huh.
after it would be after Theodore's death. She would have this prepared. She would
Okay.
100% be scared, and she'll always have it just tucked away.
Alright, if you are okay with that decision, then we will say that you have the components for that on hand, if you have the spell prepared.
She does.
Okay.
She'd give up her arm, to be honest.
Mhm.
If she had to as well.
Okay. Then yes, you can deduct the gold for it, here and now, and we will say that you did. This is me being incredibly generous. Okay?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Because this isn't over.
Oh no, he's done. He is stinky.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing, Frey?
Frey's going to be using Rhythm of Fire.
Okay.
Can you? I couldn't hear that.
She's going to be using Rhythm of Fire.
Okay. So, that consumes that component, I believe. You put your hands down on Sekit, and you can describe this if you would like.
She just slowly on her hands, just a blue glow. Looks very cold, but if you were to go near it, it would be warm. And she's just like basically panicking of get up, get up.
Okay. No. Okay. Yep.
No counter spell.
Well, the thing being, there is a
No.
spellcaster here. who has access to that.
There is.
Actually, do they have it on them?
Ooh.
I did not currently prepare that for them.
Oh,
So no.
fuck.
So, as your revivify goes through, you feel sort of that comforting, chill touch of the Keeper of Winter drawing closer and funneling that whole essence of, that cycle of the seasons that winter is an integral part of is the same as the cycle of life and death. One has to pass through one of those gates to reach another. And Sekhet has passed through the gate of death, only for her in this moment to come back to life. You take a breath, Sekhet. You are very cold, to the point where there's actually little bits of goosebumps and icicles on you. I do believe that leaves you at 1 hit point. I'm going to get you personally to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a net one.
All right,
What is this game?
I just need to check a thing real quick.
Oh.
I was not expecting a net one at all, and I should have.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
This is the most. This is the most.
This is
Consider
the most
yourself
roller
having a level of
coaster.
exhaustion, and we'll call it square. I can't be bothered looking all of that up that I had
Cool.
set. Okay. But yes, Freya's over you, and you can hear your sister screaming as you come back. Freya Elise, is there anything else you want to do?
She's gonna give Second a hug. She doesn't care. She's gonna give her a hug.
Actually, something I forgot to do, because of where you were, Frey. I actually needed you to make a Constitution saving throw at the start of your turn. Apologies.
I
There's a
can
lot.
roll it
There was a
now.
lot going on in that moment, and I forgot.
It's a 16.
16 is not enough against that. Wait. Oh, no, it is. Sorry. It's a 15 for that. That's 4. You take 14 points of necrotic damage as you are sitting there, and you just feel the same sort of thing with blood starts pouring out of your ears and out of the side of your mouth. You don't know where this is coming from, but you feel all of the life slowly being pulled out of you. Frey, is this your turn?
I think that's everything that I can do at this present time.
Okay. Grit, unfortunately, regardless of whether he makes his death save or not, I think, which he did, I think he's got to make the DC 15 con save himself. Which he does. Holy fuck, with a natural 19. Okay.
Oh.
Holy shit. So Grit is somehow still breathing. However, at the end of his turn, Marat... Well, that was fun. I think it's time to leave, dear. And just walks on out.
Dear.
Vander. Give me one moment. You are within range. I need you to make a DC 15 con save, please.
Scream, thank you so much for the sub. This is a really weird time to be celebrating. You got the 12-month alert. Congratulations.
19.
That's enough. Good shit.
Have a baby.
10, 12, 14. You take 8 points of necrotic damage as suddenly your fur starts to be stained by blood coming out of your orifices. But it is your turn.
Scream, obviously our baby's
Sure.
name is Yeller.
8 points, yeah?
Yes, 8 points.
Yeah. Even as a baby, it's called Old Yeller.
The condition's been met.
Ooh.
Vander's eyes go feral
Oh, okay.
as he draws a black-bladed dagger.
What?
Not
Oh,
not that
no.
one. Not that one.
Uh-huh.
No, not the cursed one.
Uh-huh.
We talked about this.
Uh-huh.
You can't. We're not gonna destroy the party right now.
And green flames light up his arm.
Fuck.
Oh no.
All right.
Charges forward.
All right. And you do see Marat is just standing on... I'll sort of put him there so you can still see him. Just standing on the other side of this door, watching you come at him. Interestingly enough, that dagger, you draw it and it hums. It resonates with specifically this place you are in.
Ice cream.
Whoa.
What are you going to do?
Dr. Doof, I'm not sure who's the dumbest. We'll
How
see
far away am
if
I?
we all live.
You will be able to get up to him.
Yeah.
He's standing just on the other side of the door. I think you've got... What's your movement?
With movement and bonus, 60. That's 50 feet.
Yeah, so you're about there. So it's 50 to 55. So yeah. So if you're spending your bonus to get there, go for it.
Yeah.
Yep. So you get right up at him, and he does sort of glance down at this green flaming dagger, and bring up and sort of see those narrow slit-like eyes. Recognizes the eyes of a predator.
Let's go. It's a
make an
+3
attack?
dagger.
It is.
Fuck. First attack's probably gonna miss. What is that? 17?
He's going to use his reaction to increase his AC by attempting a parry. Yep, he does. So no, 17 was not enough. His AC goes up to 20 for the rest of the round.
What?
Vander will...
As he assumes, just in reaction, just takes a defensive stance and almost kind of just catches your wrist and bats it to the side as you come in at him.
Vander drops the dagger as he catches the wrist,
Mhm.
grabs it with his other hand, and goes in for a strike.
Haha, go for it.
I can't do math at the moment.
You got this. Please hit him. Stab him. Give him a good one.
Dirty 20.
Which is what his AC went up
Yeah,
to.
that was what
Yep.
his AC was.
His AC went up to 20, so that's a hit.
Oh, just like really get him in
Okay,
there.
so I mean, I don't know.
Get him in the belly button.
So I have to roll a
Oh, no,
d4
it's messed up.
to find out what
Mm-hmm.
style of damage I'm doing.
Yes.
I rolled a 1.
How are we all doing, guys? You alright?
In my list of how I wrote them, that would be
No.
psychic damage.
Psychic, okay. So I think
that-
the entire damage of your attack converts into psychic.
okay.
Not just the... I believe it's not... Is it... Oh, wait, no, it's just the bonus damage on it, isn't
Just the
it?
bonus
Yep.
d12.
That's right. It's an extra
So
D12
this is-
psychic damage.
Sneak attack and regular attack. 9, 14.
I like how we're just doing the mouth covering thing because we just don't know what to do. We're just like,
So that's 21 points of regular damage. Where's the d12? That one.
Yeah, what is a D12? What does that thing even look like?
What is math?
And 6 points of psychic damage.
Oh, wow.
I have here that it says lifesteal. How much of that do I gain back?
So that's the damage you're doing on the bonus die.
Is that all of it or half?
All of it. In this particular scenario. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please, Vanda.
Oh, 100%.
Please.
I've got right at the end here, plus more.
Mm-hmm.
I knew there's more to this dagger. Wisdom saving throw, 9.
For your next turn,
Yep.
you are considered incapacitated. I will describe what happens to you when we roll back around to your turn, but for a very brief moment after your attack, your vision goes and you suddenly go kind of just limp as you're standing there. Nobody else understands what's going on. We will discuss what is happening to you on your next turn.
Okay.
That also ends your turn,
Yes.
which brings us to the other person in the room.
Fuck off.
I didn't.
If you weren't incapacitated, you would feel something brush by your shoulder. And suddenly on the other side of that door,
It's her, isn't it?
dropping an invisibility,
It's fucking her.
It is.
How dare she?
you see the form of Innistra appear.
You fucking little rat.
You.
She looks a little different to how you'd seen her previously. Her skin looks a little more, less silky and smooth and more leathery. She's even got what looks like scar marks all down her arms. Her hair's a little bit more frazzled, and she has kind of almost like this wild, feral look in her eyes. And you can sort of see that she has this energy that's glowing around her, very similar to the red from the crystals outside, for the gems outside. And you, Frey, specifically kind of can spot at this moment that whatever energy it is that seems to be sucking the life out of the people in this room, it's coming from her. And she sort of looks like, well, they're all so nicely grouped up. It would be a shame not to take advantage of this once more. She lifts her hand, and you see the fire appear, and she flings a fireball down into the middle of the room.
No!
Nofrit, Frey, take it. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. I think because you are prone, take it. I think to do it at disadvantage.
Fucking hell.
So I got an 18 and a 19 on the dice. So
Shit! That's my sister! Please live!
Wow!
Oh my
Unfortunately,
god!
you're still going to take half damage, but
Ah!
yeah,
still, holy shit!
my dice want me to live.
I can't even math. 18.
18.
Yeah.
18.
What?
Yes, girls!
I hope you guys. Okay, all right. Yeah. No, I'm not even going to tell you what the DC was. Holy shit! You all pass. What?
Yo, I need some help.
I'm fucking dying. Help. I don't have any more money.
So you all take 11 points of fire damage.
Why
Okay.
is it
That
always
produced.
fire?
Wait, no, I don't. No, I
Fine.
don't. No, I don't. I use a charge of my Ember Shard. I feel the heat across my collarbone as it reduces my damage by 2. It's not much, but fuck, I'm using them.
Hey,
I'm using what I
You
fucking
take
can.
what you can get, right?
Yep. So that's what,
All
a
right.
9 instead?
So that'll take it down to 9. Unfortunately, Sekit, that cold that you've been
But-
feeling that was starting to recede is washed away in a flash of heat, as is your consciousness once more.
Yeah, but at least you know I'm not 3 failures down.
No, at least you're not dead.
At least I'm not dead.
Okay. And yeah, no, she's good. She's good. Which brings us to Marat's turn.
No, fuck off.
No.
Sorry, I think language. I'm so mad.
Sorry.
And he is shaking off whatever effect the dagger did to him. So
Isn't the green fire really bad?
It is.
Green fire's totally bad. Remember the green fire?
Wait. The
It
green
is.
fire's
It is.
good.
It is amazing and terrible. So he is going to attempt to make an attack against you, Vander. Now, because you're incapacitated, it would be at advantage. However, because of the situation he's in, it's at disadvantage, so this is a flat roll.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh god.
Which is still a 24.
that hits.
Jesus Christ,
The
woman.
fuck?
He's
Christ,
got a
oh,
big bonus to all of
bicycle.
his things. I don't know if you've noticed.
Well, he did enough damage to level the barbarian, so I'll see you later.
That's 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
From the strike. I need you to make a strength saving throw, which I think you automatically fail because you're incapacitated.
That sounds about right.
Yep. So you are knocked backwards 15 feet.
Okay.
And because you automatically fail, well, you take 20 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
Would I also roll down the stairs?
Yeah, if you want to flavor it that way, you can. It's up to you.
Whee! Safety!
How much? necrotic
Keeping
was
in mind that because you're incapacitated, this also counts as crits.
20.
That's why it's doing so much damage.
Yeah.
Hmm.
20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he just sort of looks at us like, this has been most entertaining, but I have a timeline to keep, and there's others that I'm sure really want to play with you. And he reaches over and actually yanks something, and you watch as a portcullis drops across the gate. Right. Time for us to go. Have fun cleaning up. It's time to come out and play. Just don't play with your food too much.
Oh, shit.
And he turns, links his arm with Innistra, and the two of them start walking away. That's his turn. Sekit, beginning of your turn. Death saving throw, please.
13.
13.
Blade, you've missed a lot.
save.
I don't know what to tell you, Blade.
That's a save. You're good. That brings us around to Nolfrit. You note that as Innistrel walks away, this aura that seems to be draining your life force leaves with her. What do you want to do?
Fuck, I want to hurt them so bad. But I'm more worried about the people in the room and that we're stuck in here. I've put all my fucking fireball dice down for a second, and I'm going to,
The power of status conditions.
Don't you have healing potions? We definitely gave you a
Yeah,
healing potion.
no, I definitely have a healing potion. I just want to also scan the room. I run forward, and I'm like, you know, like,
I just want you guys to know I'm actually still shaking. I'm shaking.
I'm
with it,
shaking!
Just so you know. I know it's not. I'm just letting you know it's not just you guys. All right.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I haven't gone into labor or anything from the
Oh,
spirit.
You guys have. You guys.
live on the internet.
That would be a story.
Because Quinn killed your
I'm
character.
letting you guys know there is a reason why he was a commander and a general.
Oh, he's a dick. That's what he
He's-
He's
is.
a shitter.
Mhm. Anyway, sorry, no fret.
I
What are we doing?
What? And I'm like, Frey, you've got Vanta, right? And I chug a potion, 2d4 plus 2. Do you want to roll it or do you want me to?
No, you can always roll your own potions.
No, I meant for my sister.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, for your sister. Gotcha.
Do you want sister? Do you want to roll?
Either
or
other
do you
roll.
want me to roll?
You roll.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, Blade, it's been a hell of a session.
Big money, no whammies. Okay, that one didn't land up.
I mean, I wasn't
it's not the
expecting
worst
to do all
money.
this.
7 heal.
I was expecting this to go down very differently to how it has. I will tell you that.
I can't use
Think of,
empowered.
a spell that
Oh,
just-
so I got 7 hit points.
it's
left.
You
like a
have 7 hit
self-
points.
So once again, Sekhet, you come back to consciousness.
What is happening to Hitty? I want to know the flavor of how
Oh my
Hitty
God,
goes in and out of
yeah.
consciousness too, and what if like Hitty and Sekit
Do you
saw
want to do that
each
now,
other.
or is this something we discuss later?
No, we should talk about it later. We're gonna
Okay,
just
cool. Not for anything
we're gonna-
else.
I'm gonna Sorry,
but yeah, just. I don't know how much time we've got before you need to go, Vix. So as
I'm
I
gonna
say, it's
spend my
really
last-
good
Only
time.
a few more minutes. It's
Yeah,
been a long
that's why it's
bar.
just let's just go. Yeah.
I touch my sister's chest, and the ruin that's on my hand again it like drifts off and like lands on her chest and like bleeds into her for a second, and you have a D6. You can deny damage D6.
Oh, you're using your Aegis on her.
My Aegis.
Nice. Okay. Is that your turn?
You hold it for an hour. Oh, that's my turn, sir.
That's your turn. Okay, that brings us to Frey.
Frey's gonna like get up. She's going to look at everybody in this room. So like Hawk, Brit, just basically her allies, and she's gonna cast Prayer of Healing.
I don't know if that's something you can do in combat, and we're
Oh,
technically
isn't it?
we're technically still in the combat. Just double check. I think that's something that you can.
It says up to 6 creatures of your choice you can see
Yep.
within a range regain
what's-
hit points.
what's the casting time?
The casting time is 10 minutes.
Yeah. So do you want to start casting that now?
Yeah, she's gonna start casting.
You want to? Okay. So keeping in mind that if you start casting this now and you get interrupted, you lose the spell.
That's fine. I'm willing to take a gamble.
Okay. Cool. We'll keep that in mind. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. Brings us to Grit, who is thankfully no longer in the aura, but still needs to make a death saving throw.
Unconscious?
Yep. He's been making death saves. He's on 2 failed deaths.
Grit is. Yeah, Vander's not.
Okay.
He rolled an 11, so Grit is still fine.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, just.
Yep. Which brings us to Vander.
It's incapacitated.
Yeah, you're not even aware of that.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In fact,
Yeah, no, Vander's
you're
well
not.
fucked.
You're not here at all. You are resting up against a tree. It's nighttime in a very dark forest. It's sort of very cold. Sun's just set. You sort of look down at yourself and you see you're in robes with liver-spotted hands. You're looking very thin, very worn. But hands are clasping 2 things. One is a dagger, very familiar. The other one is a small box that's just kind of half cracked open with a little bit of a green light in it. But then your eyes are captured by something else that's going on. There are multiple green lights coming out of the darkness, creeping in from the trees. And you see these wolfen creatures, all just very slowly starting to pace towards you. Green fire in their eyes, igniting the ground where they step. You can even see their breath starting to singe the air. And they're all looking at you. Hungry.
Okay, bath's done.
Bath's done. Okay. Cool. What I'll do what I'll say here is Innistra and Marat will continue walking away, but we will pick that up there. I'll finish what we're doing here, Vander. If you need to go, Vix, you can go. But as much as we got close, this is not quite over. But yes, Vander, in this little moment, is there anything you want to do?
Around.
Yep, you're resting up against a tree. Your whole body is sore and exhausted. You're just clutching these 2 things while being surrounded by wolves.
What have I got to lose? Open the box.
You open the box, and within it you see the most perfect, flawless crystal you've ever seen. Green glow. And you can't help but feel that it's yours. It's always been yours. And if only you could have it back. If only it could be a part of you again, everything would be right with the world. Or at least start to heal. Wolves pad a little closer.
Get them smiling. take out Jewel. Squeeze it in my hand.
And you feel the sharp edges of that crystal start to cut into your very weathered, frail hand, the skin piercing and the blood running down your arm. And as the blood runs down your arm, it starts to get that same green glow from the crystal. And then that blood trail seeps into your skin, staining it like a tattoo that continues to glow green. The crystal itself hungers to be absorbed. And the wolves creep a little closer.
Stand up. Not gonna die sitting down. Opens his palm to have a look at the crystal.
Half sunk into your hand.
Squeeze it again.
You're going to try and absorb it?
Yeah.
And with ease, it sinks in. And you just feel a flare and a flash in your body and in your spirit as suddenly power washes over you. And things start feeling like they used to. You don't know why. You're not sure what that is, but something feels like it's connecting you with who you used to be. And you feel a cackle bubble up out of your mouth. And the wolves leap. And they start biting into your body as you stand there reveling in this power wash over you. And the fact that the world now can begin to heal. And you are going to be the one that brings it its salvation, as you were always meant to be. And as those wolves start tearing your flesh apart, you come back to in the room. You do take another 4 points of necrotic damage. Oh, psychic damage, sorry. And then that, unfortunately, because you are still considered incapacitated until the end of your turn, that's the end of your turn. So, if any of you are paying attention as Farouz Marat and Innistra walk away, you'll be able to hear them talking to each other. Marat going about, no plan succeeds first contact with the enemy. The timetable's up and we must move. And it's just, he's not going to be happy. It's like, I don't care. The shipment moves now. And they just walk away. And Sekhet, you come too. But it is also around that time, because unfortunately we are still not done. I know you need to leave, but just know that this particular encounter is still going to stay in combat, because we are going to pick up from there when and if we can next time. Okay? But you need to go, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've got a crying little toddler.
You need to go. So that takes priority.
Mhm.
I hope we can get together and do one more session before our time is up. Because we got one more little leg we really need to get through.
If we could talk in the Discord,
We can organise it
maybe
there.
ultimate time.
Yep.
Because
You can't do
yeah.
next Sunday, I understand. Yep. Nope, I absolutely understand. But we can arrange that off stream. Do you need to go?
Yeah.
You can go. Ah, holy shit, thank you guys.
Oh, I'm gonna need to decompress so much before bedtime.
Love you guys.
Love
Love
you
you
too.
too.
Love you.
Thanks for being
Bye.
thanks for being here.
Bye.
Bye.
I might order a whole bunch of food and eat myself to a coma.
Yeah,
I
fair.
think I might get some snacks
Uh,
and some drinks.
I might go cry.
I'm gonna go cry too.
Oh my
alright.
god. Quinn, I just want to point out, Quinn. I know we're like, oh yeah, I fucking, but it's not. We hate your character. We love
Oh,
you.
I know.
Quinn Ester's the best
I
DM
know.
out there.
Mm.
And,
We love
I've
him.
sort of I've sort of said it before, where it's kind of like I always knew this encounter was going to be rough because Marat is supposed to be a very intelligent enemy.
Yeah.
Like
But
they're
he
supposed to
stinks.
be. He spent the time while you guys were there with him, looking at you guys, analyzing what you could do, and taking that into account for how he was going to deal with you.
Oh, I hope he doesn't know too much about me.
Well,
And this
he
leads
knows of things.
perfectly into my conversation about what I think Nofra's gonna do next, but level wise. Like,
Oh,
because I think she's like, we need to all up our game in different ways. She's like, I need to physically be better at things.
you guys, Marat wasn't looking exceptionally healthy at the end of that, but he was still looking healthy enough that he still would have given you guys a hell of a battering just by himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God damn. Thank you, Big Explorers, for celebrating my anniversary and
Thank you guys.
a very close call tonight with us. I'll do like a proper anniversary thing soon. Maybe we'll do another King of the Castle and finish up the one we were playing the other day. But thank you for being here. We're gonna raid OMGM, who is a lovely, lovely human, also playing D&D right now. So we'll go give them some love. I just want to point out how much I love this fucking team. I love all the characters. I love that we're flawed as our characters and we're making choices that are like, I love this game, and I love this opportunity we get to share it with you guys online. You can watch the
100%.
VODs. Thank you, Blade of Frontiers. It sounds like you're watching them slowly.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Good on
outside
you,
and
damn.
scream.
Yeah, if you want to catch the VODs, there on Syleria Adventures on YouTube. I can't promise that the quality always is good, but it's happening. It's there.
It gets better over time.
Yeah, it gets better
quality
over
does,
time.
yeah.
We change
As we
art
get better at
style.
it, better at what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, stay spicy, stay feisty, everyone, and hug each other because you never know when it's gonna be a TPK. All right, bye.
Next session.
Yeah, next session.